Welcome back. This is the Known World United Extra Life 2024 stream. You've stumbled upon the Known World Kwangle, a multiversal misadventure, and because we never do anything without borrowing from someone else, this is inspired by Dimension 20. If you haven't had a chance to check out their Time Kwangle series, it's great and is pulling from a lot of different places, all of their settings, all of their characters throughout all of time and space. So we're going to do something a little similar. It's going to be a little wild, a little weird. But what I'd like everybody to do is go around and just introduce themselves. And we'll get to the characters in just a wee bit.
All right. Well, I'm Nate, your D&D ringer, playing many characters.
Beautiful. Tell us about your experience so far, Nate. How's Extra Life 2024 treating you?
I just played my favorite character maybe ever.
It was real good.
Sven Olsen.
We love that.
I enjoyed the accent when I could stay in it, which was most of the session, which was nice. I almost kind of went New Yorkish there for a little bit, but that always slips in. I don't know why.
Everyone is want to do.
It's a thing.
It is a thing. Warrior, how are you doing?
Why do you like this? Why do you do this to me?
Warrior, how's that Encrustable? You just took a big
I
bite
was
out.
a server.
So good.
That's what I do. I never
This is
leave.
the wrong order, but it's fine. I'm Warrior. I'm eating an Encrustable. I'm almost done, as you can see. I'll finish after I stop talking. Yeah, Extra Life's been great so far. Had a new Tales from the Loop character who's a lot of fun. I was able to get a gun somehow, which seems to be my whole deal in Tales from the Loop.
Yeah,
It's American.
Didn't even try.
it just happened.
He just fully narrated, like, sidearm full of that. Come on. Yeah, I had a good time in the first game I played, which was something. Oh, Knights of the Round. That was fun.
This thing I forgot about. It was forgettable. Sorry, James. Just kidding.
I got like 3 hours of sleep. I need
Yeah.
everyone to shut up. No.
No, we went to bed at the same time, Warrior. I feel the same.
I tried. I was like in bed and I was like, great. I wound up and way too caffeinated.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's been good so far. Got to bring Ferdinand back for Christmas, which is always a good time. Ferdinand's the best. Rode Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, as one does.
As one.
Yeah, it was good. Also, I finished my Encrustable while I was doing this, so multitasking is real.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Cassandra.
Things are going well. Tired, but caffeinated, so we're pushing through. I didn't realize how much I was gonna like my character from Christmas, and now I need to play it more because didn't really get a chance to do a lot of the spells. My current favorite one that I rewrote that I really wanted to use is I did I'll Be Home for Christmas, which is Dimension Door.
That's fun.
I was like, didn't get a chance to use it. I had some real good ones like that, so I was like, I kind of hope I get to play her again one day. So that was fun. You don't always get to join with new characters. Sometimes it's like I got to bring this one back, and it was a great time.
That makes me very happy. All right, and Joel.
Hi. So far, it's been really good. Knights of the Round, where I think we were all just incoherent and in the moment. And what more could you want?
I don't know.
Yeah. Tales from the Loop, where I did not get a gun.
You didn't.
Things to work on in the future, I guess.
Wait, who ended up with the laser gun though?
Oh, Nate did.
Nate did.
I ganked it off I stole it from Sheila after she was killed. So
That's true.
after I shot her in the face.
Just after she's like, "Oh, died," or Warrior shot her in the face. But
Wait, what?
Yeah.
she was turning into a zombie. It was fine.
There was like a zombie vibe, and she was helping us, but then she fully converted to a zombie and was going to kill us with a laser gun. So I shot her in the face.
It was necessary.
But my favorite thing about getting a gun in Tales from the Loop is that it surprises Colin so much every time I use it. Because I think he's expecting, like, he's wanting us to go up with it, and I'm just like, yeah, I shoot them in the face. He's like,
Because
oh.
we're kids. We're kids,
Yeah. Anyway.
That checks out. Yeah.
Can I say my current favorite thing about the setup we have with 5 people is where James is situated? It makes him look like he's wearing like a Minnesota-themed hockey jersey.
Yeah,
You got the plaid up top, and then this feels like the logo coming down. It's
I love
great.
it.
It's
Yeah,
real good.
I do like it's almost exactly the right size for the background.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
It's so good. James
Oh
gonna start his
my
own hockey team.
God. I am gonna start my own hockey.
The
team.
And the
Oops.
tagline fits perfectly between you and Warrior.
Oh my gosh, it does! I just
No,
noticed
look at
that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I spent a lot of time on that actually.
You did good.
You
It's
did
good.
real
It's very good.
James.
Yeah, spot on.
Sometimes you really get there and it feels good, and other times you go to this different view and you go, well, I don't want to do that again. I'm tired of messing with this. I literally took screenshots and tried to make this thing work, but sure, you do you son of a...
Right.
Well, listen, I just want to tell you and confirm with you that you're justified in your anger.
Center justified.
If anyone knows about position anger, it would be Warrior.
Yeah.
Cannot put him in the wrong spot. It's not allowed.
It's just wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You can't. You
not
can't. You
right.
can't do the Warrior.
Right.
I'm in the corner. We go clockwise. It's a thing. It's the whole deal. It's been a thing for like six years.
Really messing you up going counterclockwise, though, isn't it?
I don't like it.
I'm like all
There's a
those.
whole deal. You asked for socials. Cassandra's like, "Fuck you." I don't have any.
Warrior gets to follow it
I
up.
comment on it.
Yep.
It's a fun bit.
But we do.
Have you successfully let go of all of the Tasty Boys experience? Because it was Nate, then you, and then across the bottom to Oren and Dan, and then up to me.
You.
And we'd always do it counterclockwise.
I think
That was a while ago.
I think I got rooted in it playing Domains of Dread and Down in Outlands,
Mhm.
which was like there were 4 of us. We went in the same order every time.
And
It
Ben's
actually
always on
worked.
the left.
We're correctly positioned right now for that. Like Nate was first, and then Jen was second. Yeah, it worked. It was great.
Mhm.
It's a good system.
James is bucking the system.
If it ain't broke,
To be fair, I have always done it counterclockwise
Mm-hmm.
in all my games.
Can confirm.
I'm
So,
just saying.
because I always start off with Nate, your D&D ringer, right here. That's
Mhm.
why when he said that, I was like, I had my head down, I was like making notes, and he didn't say your D&D ringer. I looked up and I was like, what the hell, man?
I'm so disappointed in you, Nate.
Why you gotta do me like that, man?
You had one job.
I'm out of practice.
One job.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah, I miss shitty little kids.
Yeah.
Shitty little kids.
Um,
Well, that's what Tales
And not
from
the
Loop
kids.
is for.
Not the kids are raising money for.
That's what Tales from the Loop.
Just so everyone knows.
that's
That was a game. We like the kids we're raising money for.
we do like the kids we're raising money for.
And last time I checked, we're a little over $200 away from 11,000.
That's amazing. We love to see that.
I think it was 260 something.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. I don't like going overboard with it, but that's pretty solid. Okay, so I'd like to start us off just by reading our little piece here. Drawn from across the known world, a threat arises. The premise of the session is a multiversal crossover between the settings and characters of all previous Extra Life sessions. The characters, the setting, and the foe is randomly assigned from any of the sessions with potential shifts every hour based on luck and donations. So coming up at 1 o'clock, we will all re-roll. If anyone in the chat would like to make any of the characters re-roll their players, or if anybody would like to re-roll their own character to play another character, the donation will be $20. If you would like to choose your own character, you can spend $30. Or if someone would like to choose their character, $30. If things go wholesale and people are having fun with it, we may have surge pricing down. We'll see. But I felt like $20 was, I don't know. I feel good.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, this will all be kind of tossed into the chat, but I really wanted us to just give this bad boy a start by each of you going through and talking about the characters that are going to be present. As you kind of feel yourselves being ripped into the heart of this world, you look around and each of your characters sees this 20-sided polyhedral die sitting on the plane of words, book, much like our background here for the Known World United logo. They're all pulled into a space, and you see kind of large ghost-like figures standing in kind of a half circle. Not unlike perhaps Ghostly Illuminati or the Guardians, if you're a Green Lantern fan. You have been brought here for a purpose. So I would like to have each person go through and just describe the characters that they have, what world or multiverse they are from, and if they have a voice, give us a little hello-ski. We can go around if we'd like to, and just talk about everybody, or if people want to just go one by one and just run through their list. Doesn't have to be super long, but I just like to get a list of things on the board. And then if you do have just a short list that you can toss in the chat so that people could select if they'd like to select, or just see kind of what we're dealing with, that would be phenomenal. So we'll take a couple minutes to get that all together. But yeah, once folks are ready, we can, we could start in on some of our sharing and descriptions.
Making it so I have to join the chat, James.
Well, you could just send it. Can you send it in the private chat?
I'll type it out. That'll be good.
Yeah, if you want to send it to the private chat or just copy and paste from our other chat, I can. If you put it in the private chat, I'll copy and paste him.
Oh, that's right. I got a private chat too.
Spaces it horribly.
Yeah.
Oh,
so yeah, tell us about Nate. Are you willing to start? Is that okay?
Yeah, and then we can go counterclockwise if. No, I'm just kidding. So up first, you see kind of a grizzled old man. Hey, where am I? What's going on here? I don't know. What are you doing? So he's kind of confused, confuddled, not really knowing what's going on. Next, you see a bald, bearded gentleman with a very fancy rapier that the hilt looks like a plane for some reason. A plane rapier. He's got his loot strapped on his back, ready to go. Next to him is a tiny little owlin boy. Doesn't know where he is, kind of confused. Hasn't really been too far from home. I don't know what's going on here. It's really weird. After him is a half-elf gentleman. He's a battle master, so he's got sword, some armor on. He doesn't have any eyes, as his other clones are like to have. But he does have a wonderful helm that helps him see. Next to him is a character I played long enough ago that I forgot what race he was. I think he's just a human. Let me get my...
Are you talking about Zeke?
What's that? Yeah, Zeke is... Seriously? All right, it's in here somewhere.
Half elf or something? I don't know.
I really feel like I had a character sheet. Maybe we'll come back to him. He was... He's a spellbinder. He was trained. Move that out of the way. He was trained by Eobar to fight wizards. Because, Eobar just wants his hands on everything, right? He wants all the power. I will find this character sheet at some point, and it'll be great. Actually, I think I had it on PDF. Anyway, last but not least is Sven Olsen. We just met him. He's delightful. Everyone loves him. We'll see.
That seems reasonable. All right. Thank you. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Time to put this in so that we're ready. Let's see. Warrior, are you ready? I'll put your list in the.
Yeah, I'm ready. I updated my list. I forgot one character on that. That's why the numbers are wrong. I don't know what I was doing.
1, 3, 4, 5. This sounds like a Pitbull song. Sorry. Here we go.
There we go.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
Okay, so first up, you see someone you just saw if you're tuning into Known World United, Ferdinand Moody. He is a very tall, very large, like 8 foot, 400 pound, lightly balding, black minotaur. He's wearing very fine armor that is cobbled together from clearly like several sets of armor. It's decorated with metal flowers, and he carries a large maul. Next to him is Moon Unit. Moon Unit is a Twilight cleric. He's a satyr. He is, fairly like, he's typecast for a satyr. He's got the furry legs. He's sort of like got a little bit of a belly, furry chest, furry belly, kind of like luxuriously lightly curly, sort of brown hair and a beard. He looks a little spacey. He's got like this kind of like, he has these tattoos that on his chest and that kind of extend out from his shoulders to his arms, that are sort of very reminiscent of the marks of Selene. Next to Moon Unit is a little Kenku, little crow-like Kenku named Chicken. Chicken is a arcane trickster. Chicken is from, if you ever listened to, I don't even think we aired them, the West Marches game we used to do a few years ago. That's where Chicken is from, and Returned for Extra Life.
The Young Dragons one?
Yeah, Young Dragons. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Chicken is from Young
Love
Dragons.
them deep cuts, baby. I'm so proud. I'm so happy of these ones.
Next up is Highland. Highland has been in Extra Life and also is from Drakewind Falls. He is a kind of reddish orange minotaur, very Highland bull style. He has one horn that has been cut very short and capped off with gold. He is wearing a bathrobe and pajama bottoms. He carries a always steaming coffee cup from the Beacon, which is a tavern that in another reality that Ferdinand Moody actually owns. So that's Highland. And last up is Fulton Spectre. Fulton Spectre is a
I forgot about that.
Dragonborn from the games that Michael used to run. So he had created his own world, and Fulton exists there. He is a grave cleric. He's a Dragonborn. I want to say he's a bronze Dragonborn, bronze or copper Dragonborn, certainly metallic. He is, and I'm actually pretty sure he's copper because he has his scales have a sort of patina to them. They're almost a little rusty. You can tell that he's older. He wears pretty simple grayish vestments. He's a cleric of Kelimpor. So the attire is very simple. And he also wears, if you think he wears over top his head, he wears a Dragonborn skull. So a little bit of a Cubone vibe. And yeah, that's full.
That's amazing. All right. Let us move on to Alexandra.
Thank you for pasting that, James. I appreciate that.
Got you.
I honestly am not sure I'll remember exactly where I've played everybody, but every one of these I've played in real life and in extra life at some point in time. Different games. First up is my very best lady, Bargrit Orcslayer. She's my favorite. She's been around forever. She might be, I don't know what, maybe like the 4th or 5th character I've ever made. She's a mountain dwarf barbarian, very short, 4'6", very beefy, kitted out though. Not currently rocking a beard, but she has at one point in time or another. I think she's got a minor in changeling in her too, to be honest, actually at this level.
That's amazing.
Next one, definitely one of my ultimate favorite playing is Vesmova. She is a Loxodon monk, which is pretty comical when you think about the fact that she can meld into shadows as a giant elephant and disappear and no one can see her. So
Totally makes sense.
yep. She is in love with nature and she will fight to the best of her ability at all times. And then I have Fi, who is a changeling rogue. I honestly don't remember where I started playing her, but I love her too. She's great. She's very adaptable, very, very stealthy, deception off the board. So she's kind of someone fun to play with, especially when you have to sneak around a bit. Basha Pulver is another one of my very older characters. She is a human fighter, very much a 2-weapon, double, great sword and a maul, which is not like probably a combination you see too often out there with weapons. She will get out there and kick some behind. I also brought Vanar Turngar, who might be older than Bargrit, to be honest. She's a human paladin, so she's someone, Oath of Devotion, someone very good that I've played in the past. And then I brought a real deep cut that I think this is either first or second life character. I don't know if I've played it more than once, but Onyx is a Dragonborn barbarian.
Wow, that is year 1.
That year 1? Okay. I was like, I can't even remember. I found her in the thing. I was like,
I'm pretty sure that you played her in Ben's Adventure in the main room, not the puzzle dungeon that continues to make Ben mad 10 years later, but I think one of his other ones that I also played in. I remember Onyx. Yeah, I think you might have used that one year 1 and year 2, but that is a deep cut.
I really knew this one was extra life too, because across the top I have Smell Tasty, $5, Flesh Wound, $10. So apparently I was buying things for a while. So it may not have gone well with Onyx, but hey, we're gonna bring her back and try again. You just never know. So
you never do.
Super deep cut.
It is such a deep cut. That's amazing. Awesome. All right, and lastly, but not leastly, Feastly here from Finger Twitchings.
So as deep a cut as I can make. My very first year in Extra Life, the very first game, I played Tinkle Bungleberry, the Gnome Ranger.
Yeah, you did.
Hi, guys.
God,
bow.
we've been doing this for so long, you guys.
And truthfully, I hated playing him.
Yeah.
He wasn't fun, but it was like at the very beginning of me playing games with you guys. And so it wasn't like the idea of how open we could interpret things was not set until Boone started stabbing himself with a werewolf tooth. And I was like, wait, what is this game? So from there, things get a little more freeform. And I'm hoping it'll be more fun today. From last year, Rory Hollow, a Tabaxi Warlock cleric, and both the Warlock and cleric side come from the same deity. Hello, Kitty. Tabaxi Troublemaker ran a heist with, I believe, Ferdinand. A complete
At the midnight heist?
Yeah, it was a completely, utterly successful. There were no problems or obstacles. It was fun.
It was, everything's fine.
Yeah, which is pretty much Rory's outlook. It's all great. This was just perfect. Followed by Bard Extraordinaire and Part-Time Warlock. Elvish Freshly. Hardcore Brawlers.
Another banger.
Yeah, ready to bring the tunes. Another Tabaxi Troublemaker, Tibbles, who was last seen on a ship in the middle of the ocean. Yep, I think that's everything we need to establish about Tibbles. Fletcher Coney from the origination of Drake Wind. Potentially with his dragon companion. I don't know how you're going to interpret that today, but they could be a set, or he could be solo.
What was his dragon companion?
It was a green dragon, and it was Drake.
Gotcha.
Is that a big dragon or is that a little dragon?
Little dragon named Pierce.
Like a pseudo dragon?
No, I think just young.
Okay.
He'd grow into a full-size green dragon.
Lovely.
But I did not get to the point, or rather, Fletcher did not get to the point that he could ride Pierce yet. But is pretty quick on his feet and can keep up with Pierce's flying speed, so it's never really been a problem. And then to close it all out, the return of one Rend Galraka, Taker of Arms, Master of Unarmed Combat, Bugbear Barbarian, who will, for any $5 donation, do everything that my dice rolling is capable of to remove arms from whoever he is directed to remove arms from for the kids.
For the kids.
For the kids.
You have to remember that all rending is for the kids. 100%. So yeah, as you, all of your kind of characters descend onto this large kind of book page, you look about and see all of these many individuals standing. Some you recognize, some distorted versions of someone you might recognize, and you see the kind of 5 faces step into the light a little bit more. They're all phosphorescent. Picture Zordon's head and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Some of you may recognize some of these people. You see 2 people that look very Stadler and Waldorf. They, for anyone who recognized them, is a dwarf and an elderly human wizard, Murtlock Tickler and Thamus Thunderhand. You see a large, regal-looking owl dressed in what appears to be professorial robes. This is Virginia Abernathy. You see a gaily adorned individual that's glowing and has a smile on his face. For those of you who worship, you recognize this as Jiminy Christmas. And finally, the sweetest lad in all the land, the man who will never fail to satiate you. It is the refreshing thirst and quencher. They all stand upon this plinth and warn you of the dangers of manipulating the veil between worlds. The very fabric of space and time is something that, well, some see as their plaything. It is the fibrous sinew that connects muscle to bone and keeps all of our universes intact. And there are forces at play that have conspired to I don't think I've ever seen the side of your headphones, Nate. I looked up and all I saw was the side of your headphones, and I thought something had gone terribly wrong. They say they have conspired to pull these threads across the worlds. And so they have gathered you all here to address this great threat. And at this point, I would like everyone to roll. We'll start with Joel, or we'll start with Nate. I was looking at Joel, and then I saw Nate. I'd like you roll a d6.
All right. That's a 4.
4. Everyone else, but one among many, the half-elf fighter battle master, disappears. Cassandra, if you would roll. Oh, sorry. I'm out of order.
Oh no.
I'm out of order. Warrior,
This is
if
gonna be the
you
next
would
episode.
roll a d6, that would be lovely.
Muted. 2.
2. All right. We see Moon Unit, Cleric, the Twilight Domain. Bargrit.
Do you mean me, or do you actually want to play
No,
with
I
Margaret?
don't. I'm so used to calling you Bargrit. I'm
I know.
sorry. It's in.
She's
I get into extra life mode, and it's just, yeah.
I
And
have
then
5 different character sheets for her. I've played her so much.
That does not surprise me. There's a reason why I say Bargrit. All right. Yes. Roll me a d6.
4.
3, 4. Bashar Pulver, human fighter. Is that right?
Oh.
Yes.
Basha.
Bashar. Sorry.
She's cool.
Okay, that is going to be Cassandra. And Joel, if you would do me the finest pleasure of rolling a 6.
A5.
All right. Number 5 will be Fletcher Coney. Do you love a Fletcher? Fletcher Coney. Okay, so for the time being, what I would love for everybody to do is if you could add your description of your character to your description underneath. So I'm calling you by the correct name. And then let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I roll a d4.
Do you mean in our names?
Yeah, in your names.
Okay, perfect.
So they'll show up here. Yeah, like that. There we go. 1. Excellent.
Oh,
it-
okay.
I don't know. I mean, I think okay.
We'll find out.
Nate,
Yes.
I would like you to roll me a d6.
3.
Excellent. All right. Well then, without further ado, let's get underway. Sorry. I'm realizing that I brought up the wrong sheet. There we go. That is still the wrong sheet. What the fuck is this?
You're good. Take your time.
Yeah, this is the problem with having, like 20 different groups of things and so many versions of them that you end up searching for something and go, of course that's it. And then you go, well, that's not the version I need.
I could tell you we're $197 away from 11,000.
Oh,
I do like that.
Pump it up.
Oh, pump it up. There we are. Excellent. Okie dokie. Oh man, so many fun things in here. There's so many things that we've just never done. I can't tell you how many sessions I have started putting together and shelved over the years. It's such a funny thing to have like this many pieces kind of just out in the nether that doesn't really exist anywhere else except for my own mind. But I think good. You see a rock appear, not the rock, but a rock appear, and atop its head sits a jaunty hat and small spectacles and a robust mustache, and it begins to speak to you and says, hello, my name is Rocky Rococo. I shall be your guide as we navigate the multiverse. I want to say that at any time, should you need to be sent back to where you came from, you can say no more. But if that happens, you cannot come back. You cannot rejoin the fight. You will not know what happens until it may be too late. So I want you to take this responsibility as champion very seriously, because what appears to be may not always be, and what you desire, you might just get. Also, let me say, one of the finest non-alcoholic beers of all time is Nihilus Irish Dark from Summit Brewing Company here in Minnesota. So nice.
Summit, get at us.
Yes.
We'll take a sponsorship.
Tasty boys.
All right. Sorry, I just got a message that said pork tacos for dinner.
The answer better be hell yeah.
Yes. Okay, those look good. Oh, and that's what she made for lunch for those guys. And she sent pictures and some cute ass pork tacos.
Yum.
Okay. Rocky says, do you accept this responsibility?
I do.
All right. Just
Yeah, totally.
forget about Moon Unit. I love Moon Unit. All right.
Rocky Rococo. Ew, what are you doing here?
I also forgot about that. I really do love that so much. Okay, so Rocky's spectacles light up, and it kind of blinds you as the figures behind you kind of fade out, and you are like pulled in through his brain. You find yourself on a ship, falling from the sky. There are people running around, some desperately holding on to the mast, others, it appears, trying to get the sails all slung. Let's go.
So we're on a ship plummeting, likely to death. Cool.
Well, I mean, it could be to life.
Does it look like this was at one point a flying ship?
Oh, I mean, all ships look like they can fly if they have magic.
They're like, is there like,
It doesn't look like a dirigible. I'll say that. How's that?
Okay.
You would say if this was being powered, it would need magic to keep it aloft.
All right, I'm going to go below deck to see if I can find what should be powering the ship.
Okay. You head underneath. You see that, well, there doesn't seem to be anything that is active. There is what appears to be a very ancient machine at the back of the ship. It looks as if it has a cracked shard that's being held aloft by a series of prongs.
Oh, I can't fix that.
Are you
What?
sure? Are you sure? You could try.
wait,
I'm a fighter.
can't, I could fix that. It's
What do you
easy.
need?
You just cast mending on it. It's like very simple. And he'll cast mending.
All right, roll me a d20, warrior.
Okay. Five.
You cast mending, and you see your arm start to illuminate. It comes first from your heart, out through your arm, and into the crystal shard. As that happens, the entire boat rocks, and you see this kind of ancient technology come to life. It starts to illuminate out into that space, nearly blinding you. And if you're still up on deck, you can see this kind of amethyst colored light piercing through the gaps in the planks, like crepusculant rays through the clouds. Moon unit, you'll take 5 damage.
Oh, that hurt more than usual.
This
Which is
is not damage that you can fix. Your new ceiling, 5 lower.
Mm.
Oof.
It's always crystals.
Yeah,
What's
but anyway, it's like
Oh.
super easy. It's a cantrip. You should just learn one. They're very useful.
All right, that's not in my purview. I don't know that I can do that.
It's not called a cantrip, man.
So cantrip.
Does the crystal look like it was mended or no?
It looks like it was. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it is full. That it is whole. It has
Okay.
been made whole.
Is it now running as one would expect it should, or is it just kind of dormant now?
No, it hums to life, and you
Oh.
feel the ship begin to slow as it kind of arrests its momentum, falling towards the ground.
Well done.
Thanks.
I guess we should probably see what's going on.
Yeah.
Totally.
So I'll go back up top.
Okay.
Do I see anyone that looks like a captain?
Oh, excuse me. Yes, you absolutely do. You see a dragonborn. And he's standing up at the prow. He does not look completely surprised, though he does look quite appreciative of this change in their fortunes.
Captain, what's going on?
I'm sorry.
What?
As I'm doing this, I'm bringing up old episodes of all of the things we've done for Extra Life, all the things that we've done for D&DDT, Tasty Boys, and everything else. And for some reason, I forgot that episode 13 of D&, Observations was called "I'm gonna shoot that dinosaur in the butt." I mean, this is peak Warrior.
Yeah.
That's the thing about DNO episodes is they were all quotes from
That's amazing.
an episode.
The show.
Mhm.
So yeah,
And 90% of them Warrior found. Like,
I'm about 98% sure that that's something that Amulet said.
that very well could have been, yes.
Because it was you and Twig who were on Dinosaur.
Oh,
By
yes,
the Dinosaur.
we were. Hmm. I mean, yes, this very well could have happened.
So good.
Well, that was a good episode.
Oh my god, I have so many things.
Got it. Anyway, I think good.
I just love D&D with our friends. It's so much fun.
I do. There's just like so much that you forget from like day to day and year to year that yeah, it was very fun to go back through and being like, oh, I completely forgot we did that.
Yeah, you had even a bigger pool of people to pull from for this.
Yeah, it's big, and there's a lot of Extra Life folks, and then there's a lot of like other groups, and then whatever. I don't actually think I did Christmas the first year. I mean, I had Jiminy Christmas is like part of the thing, so that was like kind of by default the like big arc that Ben and I did was a part of that. But it's very gratifying to see what 10 years of dumb games to raise funds for kids has done for our imaginations.
Right?
Yeah.
But just keeping our brains young.
Yeah. You know what they say, young brain, something brain. Anyway, yes, this Dragonborn introduces himself as Lus. He's the captain of the ship. And he asks who you might be.
You can call me one among many. I'm here to help.
And the rest of you?
You Moon Unit. I fixed your boat. Cool boat, by the way. It's nice.
Many thanks to you.
Sure.
Without it, we would have surely plummeted.
Yeah, I know you were totally plummeting. That would have been a bummer.
I'm Fletcher.
Oh. Who is your friend?
That's Pierce.
I forgot about-
And Pierce, for folks who have not seen the image, looks like a complete moron. Like his tongue is too long for his head, so it like hangs well down his neck. And he has very kind of like vacant eyes. So he's not the sharpest. Like he might grow into his intelligence. But for right now, people, if somebody referred to him as like, "Oh, honey," or like,
Oh, honey.
or said like, "What a dear," you'd be like, "Yeah, that checks out."
Yeah.
Now I just want to call him Oh Honey all the time. Oh Honey. I am Basha Pulver. I am here to assist.
To hear that. Joel, do you have a picture of Fletcher handy? I was just going to try to find.
I would get one.
Um, There's all of your sweet boys. Oh, wow. So much.
Yeah.
There's a few.
There's so many. I have so many sketches from you, Joel. This is like such a treat going through all of these.
There are too many.
Not enough.
It's not as good as the greatest picture of you ever taken.
Greatest picture I've ever taken.
Yeah.
Oh, I shudder to think.
Let's see. Oh, that's not it. Not now. Where is it? No, I don't want to block my screen. Oh no.
Okay, I just sent you Fletcher through
Chat.
through Facebook chat. Yeah.
All right. Well, fine. I won't show your copy. It was a picture when you had your eyes dilated, and you had to like wrap around shades like underneath your regular glasses. There we go. There. Amazing. This is Pierce and Fletcher. All right. We've seen him. Is it sad that we're all this tired?
No,
Yeah.
We're just all this old.
Ben and I had a conversation this morning about maybe we make sure we take 8 hours off every night from now on. Maybe we're that age now.
Yeah.
Maybe no more 2 a.m. stuff.
Yeah. So Les explains to you that they were flying along just fine. And then they were in the middle of an ocean. And then they were falling from the sky. And this is where they find themselves. Indebted to you, Moon Unit, and your faithful compatriots.
Do we know where we are?
If I knew that, I would not need rescuing.
We don't
What
really
do we-
know why we've been called to help, though, right? They didn't really tell us anything.
They didn't really tell us anything.
Is there, looking out
Mhm.
over the edge of the ship, anything recognizable?
You see far away what appears to be a dirigible.
Anyone recognize it?
I don't know that blimp, man.
I don't know that I've seen it before.
Nope.
How are people's eyesight? Who wants to make a perception check?
I could do perception.
22.
21.
Bloodshot right now, but they're all right.
21.
Pretty good.
I sadly had to look up a
here.
dirigible because I was like, I think I know what that is, but I can't remember. Now I know.
19.
For those of you who got above 20, it looks like it is just a ragtag sewn together dirigible, and you can see what appears to be a bunch of goblins and kobolds on board.
About how far away?
Well, if you're seeing over 20, I'm saying it's probably 100 yards plus.
Is there a Goblin King on board?
You don't see a Goblin King on board. I don't know if a Goblin King has a certain look, but but far away, it just looks like it's a fairly reptilian or greenish, a bunch of people.
Okay.
Captain, say the word, and there can be less goblins on that ship.
Oh, wow.
I would treat
Oh,
with them
wow.
before I attack.
That is good to hear.
Suit yourself.
Does your chicken fly?
My chicken. I mean, Pierce can fly.
I shall give you a white flag if you would parley with them on our behalf.
I mean, he can't speak, but he can fly.
I would that he do the flying and you do the speaking, though perhaps someone else should.
I mean, no, he can't fly me like I can't. He can't carry my weight yet. He's...
Ah.
Just on his back, could we potentially tie a rope around you and him carry in his feet?
No, like I weigh too much for him to carry at this point.
Okay.
He's,
Joel, roll me a d4.
he's still a young boy.
We cast lighter than air. Just kidding. That'd be a great spell.
3.
Cassandra, can you roll me a d6?
Yes. 1.
Bashar disappears, and in her place, Bargrid Orcslayer, Orc Barbarian, appears on deck.
Oh no. Okay. Boy, she's very confused.
A warrior,
Yeah. What?
can you roll me a d4?
Oh,
Well, Bargain, so everybody got the same spiel. We'll say that. You know,
Yeah.
like everybody was in there. So
Yeah.
she, when she appears as though instantaneously from that first conversation with the kind of guardians.
Yeah.
it's 2.
All right. Roll me a d4, warrior.
I did.
Roll me another one.
Do it again.
What kind of game are you playing with my mind now? 3.
3. The Zeppelin continues to come closer, and you see that amongst the kobolds and the goblins that are on board, there's also a giant red kobold dressed up like Santa, who is barking orders to the others.
Can we hear what he's saying?
How good's your hearing? I suppose pretty good since you can't see.
I would assume we're closer now since the ship's been flying and we're trying to figure out our stuff.
On Donner, on Froghorn, on Jimmy Nar, on Garspor. We gotta go. Christmas isn't gonna save itself. Come on. Oh, I wish I just had all my kobold friends. None of this crazy thing would happen. If we had all kobolds, goblins, everything keeps changing. You, ship in the air with no sails. What are you doing here? Dragons, orcs.
Maybe we're here to help you save whatever Christmas is.
Whatever Christmas is. Christmas is everything.
Is it like a person?
It's a person. It's a holiday. It's a way of life. It's happiness. It's sorrow. It's the wind. It's the sun. and it's
Oh,
Claus.
it's a cult. Okay, Christmas is a cult.
Oh no.
Meaning it's like that's. I mean,
Sounds like a pretty cool cult, though.
it's the best. Great benefits. We unionized.
Dope.
It's never a bad thing.
No.
It's legit.
Do you
Come
do
work
you
for
need
Frankie
assistance?
Claus. Of course we need assistance. Christmas won't save itself.
What are you saving it from?
Everything. The end of the world. Everything keeps changing.
That's true.
Has this ever happened to you? All of a sudden, you're in the middle of nowhere, or you're in your bed, or you're hanging out with Mrs. Frankie Claus, and then all of a sudden you're on a ship, but it's not just your friends, it's a bunch of weirdos too.
Literally just now.
Yeah, really, canonically, yes, that's happened.
Just
Like,
the one.
literally just happened. Yeah.
See?
Seconds ago, she was a different her.
Yes.
Wait. Whoa. You're right. What are
He knows
you
when you've
doing
been
here?
sleeping, he knows when you're awake, and not because he launches you at night because you sleep different. That's Frankie Claus. Ah, Christmas knows.
Did you have a plan to save Christmas?
That's a very good question.
So no.
So where are you
Listen to me,
going?
Rabbit. And listen well. Frankie Claus will suffer no fools. He has his union behind him.
So
Right,
you've already
boys.
got- so you've
And they're all
already
like,
Sure.
you know what the best part is about non-alcoholic beer?
Hmm.
Is you can just drink one and
Yeah.
not be like, am I gonna get tired? You're not.
No, you'll be fine.
No. Just have a really tasty beverage.
Tasty beverage. It's after 8 a.m. It's totally fine.
Yeah, it's afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
To the edge of the world. The space between spaces. We're going to the Veil.
Oh, that's the fabric the other guy was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the fabric.
That
It's
the
coming
cotton
unraveled.
time and space.
Yes, people unraveling it. Bad people.
Do you
We
have
can't
room
have
for a
that.
few more riders?
Always. You can come too. More ships equals more pulling. It might be a tug of war. Frankie Claus loves tug of war.
Do we need to convince our captain of this?
Lus listens to what Frankie Claus is saying, and despite the fact that he has no super love for kobolds in general, he also had the experience that he told you about, where
Oh,
they were in one place and then they were in another place, and then they were falling out of the
yeah.
out of the sky, and nothing was working, and the ship looked like it had aged years, and so I don't think that he would be altogether uninterested in addressing this. I don't know if he thinks Frankie is the greatest leader of men, but you never know. Okay. Joel, roll me a d4.
4. Two.
Oh, Warrior,
Yeah.
roll me a d6.
Okay. 6.
Warrior,
Yeah.
Moon Unit. Oh, you have 5 on your list.
I do.
Moon Unit stays. So no.
Yay.
I was trying to remember how I did that. I was like, wait, there's only 5. And I was like, oh, if he rolls a 6, he just sticks. Okay. Stick the landing. We go, Warrior. You're still here. You shudder. Moon Unit starts to looks like it's like static on the screen. It's like in Back to the Future where he starts to kind of like fade out and then he fades back in. and one among many is over there playing Earth Angel or whatever. I joke, I kid. All right. Luss is, going to follow his lead. Frankie Claus kind of starts to yell dumb stuff again. On Grizzle, on Tiknar, on Storfran, and Long Rest. Let's go!
Oh, that sounds great.
Do you guys want to stay on Luss's ship? Are you gonna hang out with Frankie Claus? What's the order of the day?
I'll stay on Luss's ship.
Yeah, I think we should stay here for now.
Near the bow, so I can kind of see what's coming at us.
Okay.
Same. I don't get along with goblins.
Mhm.
I'm actually going to make my way up to the crow's nest so I have a better view.
Excellent.
I'm gonna stay with the captain
All right. And Moon Unit?
because if Frankie doesn't lead, Bargrit will.
Fair enough. I totally missed this. It's so good. Warrior, this really has nothing to do with the game, but you can have inspiration. I appreciate that. All right. So you're going to continue to move along. As you continue to fly through the sky, you find that there are other ships. Some you see below are down on the surface of a kind of large ocean. As you continue, the clouds start to dissipate, and you can see that there's a bit of a armada beginning to grow. You see a number of halflings in an airship off to your left, which looks like a whole litter of tabaxi. To your right, you see a number of different bird folk, all flying in what appears to be kind of a large glider with baffles kind of in either side, helping to kind of keep the kind of large sail aloft. And there are other flying ships that are making their way along. Cassandra, can you roll me a d4?
Yes. 3.
Excellent. Can everyone roll me a d6?
5.
4.
5.
4.
Okay.
Oh.
You find yourself walking down stairs. Nate, did you say 5? You are 5, right?
Yep.
Zeke Marsters, Warrior, you are 5 or 4?
5.
5. Highland is walking down behind Zeke. Cassandra,
4.
4. You see, not Vesmova. 5. You are back to Bashar. And you were also a 4.
4.
So, where are you? Where are you, Joel? Where are you? Am I going crazy? No, there we are. Okay.
Tibbles?
Yes, Tibbles Sunfield. You hear over loudspeakers, welcome to the Thunderlock Bar Crawl.
Oh my god.
No. Oh.
Oh man. This is very weird because I have to change voices, but not vibes.
If you can update your character sheets, that would be great, and your names.
Have we started the bar crawl? Like, are we at the beginning, or are we just at the bar?
You're all standing. You've gone down the
Downstairs. Yeah.
the entry. You're in the entry chamber, and there are two crudely carved demonic statues with bronze braziers seated in their laps. They flank an arched and open doorway directly across from the cobbled floor from the entry stair. A dull reddish glow illuminates a runic phrase carved into the stony wall around the lintel of entryway. One brazier is lit with the blazing, unnaturally red fire. The other bronze ornament stands cold and fireless.
I take it we're supposed to go in?
I guess so.
And I don't know. I don't even have a beer yet. It's weird.
Where is this? Oh God, I don't remember. Tibbles was the horrible Australian, not Australian accent. Where are we right now in this?
Wait, did you say Austrian or Australian?
I said that sounds German.
Because all tabaxi are from Australia.
Oh,
Boy.
That is correct. Oi.
I mean, so like probably, yeah, we should like gotta go in, I guess.
Puzzle room?
What? Puzzle
Does
room.
Does everyone have a weapon at least?
Make ye ready for the crawl.
Island just like holds up his coffin, like he's like, "Marm, ready."
Yeah, Zeke turns around. You see like a great sword and a warhammer and a crossbow.
Excellent.
That's a lot. That's like a lot.
Basha pulls out her great sword, silvered great sword in a maul.
What? Wow.
Tibbles pulls out a great sword and then drops it and pulls out a long bow and drops it and pulls out a maul and drops it and a rapier and drops it.
But you should pick those up. You might need those.
No, they're plenty where they come from.
Okay.
I like how his accent changes every time.
Yes.
No, it is always Australian. Oi.
No, this is German.
No, you clearly have not been to Australia.
Oh, I was thinking it was French, but anyway.
He's Australian.
Well, let's go in, I guess. Let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
We need to light this other thing over here. That one's lit and that one's not.
Oh, and you want it? Can you?
mean,
I can do it. Sure. He just like creates fire or whatever. I have like 4 spells that I can, like 4 cantrips that I can create fire with. So he's just like,
Look, let me use these.
I've done this multiple times. I forget how it works every time.
So,
It's like I'm doing it for the first time.
Right?
love that.
Does it feel like the first time?
The very first time.
Very
Thank you.
beautiful.
Has the gate started moving toward us to push us along yet?
No,
Okay.
that doesn't happen until later. I do like that you remember
Certain
the
parts.
dungeon. This is my favorite part about you guys doing it the second time with different characters, and Boone getting so angry because he thought he remembered how it worked and it did not work that way.
Well, and the first time we did it, you modified the puzzle because we were taking too long.
That's true.
We didn't know that at the time.
You didn't know that at the time.
I feel like it is. The Thunder Rock Bar Crawl has become like when you play Legend of Zelda and you haven't played for like 10 years, and then you're like, I don't remember much of anything, but I remember that I can bomb right here in a little door. Like, that's where I'm at.
Weird story.
And you still have trouble with the water temple.
Water Temple sucks.
All right, so I will go through. Or is there a gate in front of us, or is it just open?
There's a gate. Yes.
Okay.
You remember well.
Anybody see a key around here?
No. Do you want me to like put the flames out, and then we can like, we can see if there's anything in there or whatever.
Sure.
He's like extinguish.
There's Tibbles, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, that's Highland.
That's
Yeah.
Highland.
Let's wait. Or is this Tibbles?
No, that's Rory.
Oh, that's
You
Rory.
can see where you would get them confused.
Yeah.
But Rory has the Hello Kitty.
Both have that Australian accent, though, right?
No, Rory doesn't. Well, Rory is still
I
Australian.
thought all Tabaxi were that way.
Has a very different accent.
Hashtag not Altabaxi.
All right, yeah.
Tibbles goes, "Oh, do you mean this key?" And he holds up a key.
Maybe.
Here, please. And he hands it to you.
Do any of you read Dwarvish?
Do I read Dwarvish?
I
might.
do.
I mean, Margaret did, but she's gone.
I do.
Gone. Oh, I do read Dwarven.
Above the doorway, the entryway, it says in Dwarvish, "Fire reveals the treasure, but flame conceals the key."
I tell everyone.
Is
So we
this the
need
key that was in the brazier?
The one I'm handing to you?
Yeah.
No, he's just illusion. And he lets go and it flutters away.
That's amazing.
Every time.
Beyond the rune-scribed doorway lies a long, wide hall. Even at first glance, it becomes all too clear that the hall is outright dangerous. Just beyond the doorway, the stone floor looks jagged and uneven. The floor ends where spidery, red, glowing runes line both walls. Where the rune ends, so does the floor, as it becomes a pool of bubbling, hissing, greenish liquid that only has 3 narrow boards as a way to cross it. Beyond the green pool is a pair of crudely carved bearded faces that dominate the hallway walls. The hall ends in a wide open doorway. The squared stones that frame the walls are constructed of thumb-sized holes arranged in a perfectly spaced pattern that is reminiscent of 5 pips on a gaming die. As you take in what looks to be a very foul root, a booming voice decrees, "Enter, heroes, and prove thy worth, if you dare."
Okay, I don't know who picked this place, but this bar seems really intense.
Just want a drink.
Um, yeah, I mean, I'll go in, sure.
Yeah, I don't think we have a choice.
It seems the place to go.
That's what we signed up for,
You
or at least agreed to.
All right. As soon as you walk through the gate, you hear, "Begin!" And the spiked gate begins to descend to block off the entry chamber from the hall.
How far is it to the end where the other door is?
It is a good 120 feet.
120 feet? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the gap of the bubbly floor is how far?
Approximately 30.
Okay. All right.
Oh no, it should be a little bit less than that. It's more like 15.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's probably about 50 feet of the planks, and then about 15 to 20 of the stone, the bubbling green liquid, the faces, and then the kind of passage to the end.
Okay. And the door at the end is closed.
The door at the end is closed.
So it's walk, arrow holes, lock door.
Walk, arrow holes, bubbling green liquid, faces, door.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll walk forward looking for any trigger plates or something that's going to trigger things from the arrow holes.
Excellent. As you walk in, the gate has fully closed and the spikes rotate out to create prongs behind you and begins to move you along at a very slow pace.
Okay.
As you are looking Zeke at the rest of these spaces. I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
It's cocked.
17?
What was
What's
that?
what?
17?
21.
9.
Got a natural 20, so I'm a 24.
Oh man.
Oh.
There she is.
Sure wish it would happen to me.
I don't. I hate getting that.
Who was 17?
Me.
Okay. And then where you were 9?
9.
9. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay.
I feel like this was secretly a plot to get us to play the Thunderlock bar crawl again.
No.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't remember playing it the first time, so everything's gonna be brand new to me. I've only played it once though, so
That's true. Okay. As you look, Cassandra, well, Nate, you are looking. You can see that it looks like there are kind of two main spaces that these kind of holes are firing from on either side. It looks to be coordinated as you see the space, and you feel like it's on a timer. It's going to happen regularly.
Okay, but I can't see like a trigger or anything.
No. At that moment, right after you've investigated, there are blunted bolts that are shot across the stone floor area. Joel.
Yes. So since they have burst, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to use my feet agility to double my movement. And I am going to haul some serious ass
Okay.
while running towards the bubbling gap.
Okay.
A 12-foot long pike appears in my hand.
Okay.
And I am going to pole vault the expanse.
All right. Make me. Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Make me an acrobatics check.
16.
Yeah, that's enough to land in the space where you see the two faces on either side staring at you.
I yell, "On my feet!"
Everyone besides Tibbles can make me a dexterity saving throw.
Why would I do that? Hmm. 3.
16.
14.
Warrior, you are not prone.
Ow. This bar sucks, man.
Okay. After that, Zeke, you see that the bolts fire again. Highland, it's your go.
Yeah, Highland's gonna have it to get up, and then he's gonna be like, "Listen, let's do this. Like, This is no, not." And he'll. Who's closest? Is Zeke closer to me, or is Basha closer to me?
Zeke is closer.
Let's just walk over to Zeke and I'll be like, "Follow me," and he'll cast Dimension Door. He'll just sort of with his mug, he'll just pour like a circle of liquid around, and it starts to glow. And he's like, oop, pushes Zeke in,
Oh, Zeke's familiar with magic, so he'll hop in.
steps down through, and they pop up right next to the door.
Awesome. All right.
This is what I thought Tibbles was going to do when he was getting ready.
And then if Tibbles, Zeke, and Highland can make me a con saving throw.
18.
24.
15.
There is a thunderous blast that comes from the two screaming mouths of faces. But as that happens, Highland, you pull Zeke and Tibbles temporarily back in your dimension door, and then the three of you pop out once it has seeded. Cassandra.
It's messed up, man.
Basha is a remarkable athlete, so she has a running long jump. So she's going to take off and try to jump the distance as fast as she can.
Nice. So you're jumping the boiling liquid or
Yes.
bubbling liquid? Okay.
Yes, yep.
All right. Go for it. Make me a athletics.
18.
You do it. They pop out of the dimension door, and you land immediately adjacent to them. Excellent work. As you pass through, once you're all in the space, the door opens, and it opens to a hub-like chamber. It's mostly occupied by a shallow pit. Don't fall into the pit. A narrow walkway runs along the walls, and there's appears to be 5 exits from the chamber. At both the right and the left sides of the pit, there's 2 opened arched doorways, and directly across the pit are 3 doors. There's 2 wooden doors, flanking an iron-plated door in the center. The only other noticeable feature in the chamber is what looks to be a massive pile of moldy furs and feathers, until that pile moves and an owlbear hurls its massive frame towards you.
Moldy. Whew.
Oh, that's wild.
Nate.
All
right.
Man.
Once that hops out or kind of jumps at us, I'll immediately try to attack it with my greatsword.
All right.
9.
That does not hit. Just barely. Joel.
I get 2 attacks.
Oh. Take your second attack. Then.
Oh, there we go. 21.
Yeah, it hits.
That is 13 slashing damage.
All right. Joel.
I will. I'm just going to have a longbow spring into my hand, and I'm going to shoot the owlbear.
Okay.
And I completely missed.
How completely?
Pretty completely, but not completely. I had 2.
Okay. Less than 10 completely?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
2.
Excellent. Cassandra. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Warrior. I think so.
Oh, really? Okay. Highland is going to. I forgot how non-violent this incarnation of Highland. Highland is going to be like, I'm still around, but like, so don't freak out. But and then he just pours the mug over his head and turns invisible. And then he will he'll move over to the left.
Okay.
And he'll get as close to the open door as he can get.
You can walk through there's no door. You can walk right in.
I didn't know how far away it was. Yeah, he'll walk in.
Yep. Okay. Before you is a grisly collection of a variety of skulls. Many of the skulls look disturbingly human, along with a few that can only be the thick skulls of ogres. All are nestled in shallow cubbies. The cubbies cover every wall of the smallish side chamber and are reminiscent of a library, though choked with polished skulls rather than books. Cassandra.
Owlbear's still in front of us, right?
Sure is.
Okay, so I am a 2-weapon fighter who has 2 attacks.
Cool.
So I'm just going to roll them all at one time.
Sounds great.
I didn't roll anything lower than a 7 plus 8. So 15 is my lowest.
That's both those hit.
What? Oh, this is a very old sheet. So I was like, how am I reading this? 27.
All right. Nate.
All right, I will continue my 2 attacks. Oh, that is 17 and a 26.
Yeah, both of those hit.
All right. I get to reroll ones on damage. $23 damage.
You see this owlbear just explode. Feathers are flying everywhere, but you also see gears and sinew and wires and what appear to be like rubber bands. This thing just explodes in a cacophony of canned sounds and dirty, musty refuse.
Gross.
Wasn't even real.
It
It's
was
real. It's our friendship.
It seemed real.
Still real to me, damn it.
It was as real as this bow. At which point the bow disappears.
That's amazing. All right, we're out of initiative, but let's see what Tibbles would like to do next. Tibbles, this has been vanquished. You saw Highland disappear, and the 3 of you, Zeke, Basha, and Tibbles, are standing in a room that is strewn with what appears to have been an animatronic owlbear.
Tibbles is going to do like he's going to step to the left, but is going to swing all the way around to the right.
Okay.
Walk along the pathway, following the right side of the wall.
Okay. Are you going into the room on the right, or are you just making a once around, or what are you up to?
I'll go into the room on the right.
All right. Through the open doorway, there appears a single large chest that sits in the center of the smallest chamber. There's 4 locks on the chest: bronze, copper, silver, and electrum-plated locks. What pulls your attention is that the chest is grimly painted wood and is decorated with an unsettling skull motif.
This would bother, perhaps, an ordinary creature. But cats are superior. So, I am going to use Mage Hand and my lock-picking tools so that I can stand all the way back in the doorway and start picking locks.
All right. Who is next? Warrior. You're in that Scully room.
This weird library where they got bones instead of books. It's messed up. Highland is going to, I don't know, take a look at some of the skulls, I guess, because why not? He'll, can I like help myself out by investigating?
Sure. I would love for you to do that right after you roll my initiative.
Oh no.
Ooh. Oh no.
Oh yes.
It's all brand new to me. It's very exciting because
I
I
rolled a
don't remember
natural.
anything.
I rolled a natural 1, so
Oof.
3.
Excellent. 6 skulls. Eyes light up, and they have magical fire in their deep sockets. Begin to launch themselves at you using a sort of swarming hit and run attack. There's one large skull that you thought might be a troll or an ogre, and 5 human skulls that are attacking you.
They can see me even though I'm invisible. These are very advanced skulls.
Magic.
I mean, I'm impressed. I'm saying this from an impressed point of view.
Yeah. To anybody who would look in this room, it just looks like a bunch of skulls flying around, and maybe somebody saying, "Ow, man."
Yeah, you definitely hear like, man.
Come on. How about 18 and 16?
How about shield?
Okay. If that's enough to stop
It
them,
is.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let's see here. Cassandra, and then Nate. What are you guys up to?
Well, I feel like skulls flying around aren't a good thing.
Yeah.
So Botch is gonna go in and take swings at the skulls.
Okay.
So, first attack is a dirty 20 and a 17.
Yep.
Should probably do damage in case I kill that. 12.
Yep. One of them smashes.
Second attack is 16 and a 24.
Yep.
4. Almost forgot the extra from dual wielding. 17. No,
Yeah.
18. 18.
4 of these humanoid skulls are dusted. The light fades from their eyes, and the jawbones come loose from the edge. Zeke.
From
All right.
apparently nowhere you hear, thank you.
You see Tibbles.
I'm really hoping I didn't hit you because I was swinging at these things.
Tibbles is like laid down and propped up his head in the doorway and is just.
Yeah, so you just see the mage hand working its business over there, and meanwhile, Bush has gone in, and you hear a disembodied voice of Highland going, "Thank you."
Not being able to see Highland and assuming that Bosch is fine since you just destroyed a bunch of skulls, I'm going to go into the other room with Tibbles.
Okay.
Did you try to open it? None of this stuff seems to be real. And then I'll kind of walk over to the chest and try to open it.
Okay. Like you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Zeke is just like, screw this. Walking on in.
Yep.
Walk in here.
12.
Zeke fell into the pit. Fell right down in the pit. It wouldn't be a buckle without the pit.
Is that real enough for you?
Oh, that's a real pit.
Just kicking him while he's down.
Real pit.
I mean,
Can
you
roll me
disrespect
2d6?
the cat, and look where you end up.
Did you say D6 or 2D6?
2d6.
Okay. That's 6 damage.
All right.
I
Take 6 bludgeoning damage. Be mocked mercilessly by a tabaxi
have
with a
this,
weird accent.
I have this visual that like Zeke falls down the pit and like on the way down, like a dagger or something falls off his belt, and then Tibbles just like knocks it into the pit.
And I would.
Seems appropriate.
I like that about you.
Have I picked any of the locks yet, James?
That's a great question. if you would like to make me 2 sleight of hand checks, that would be great.
26 and a 14.
You've unlocked 2 of them, the bronze and the copper. Within the bronze, there was a potion of climbing. Within the copper, there are 2 potions of healing. Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me what kind of there's an ogre skull and a humanoid skull still floating about.
Just like why? Like I came here to have a good time. Island will. Island's gonna just sort of like a bigger one, right?
Is there
There's
a
a
bigger one?
bigger
Yeah,
one.
there's a bigger one.
I didn't remember which 4 that Bosch got. So Highland will like just he'll throw a fire bolt at the larger one.
Okay.
Come on, Highland.
Tell me what it does to the skull.
Okay, it's a 15 to hit the skull.
Yeah.
And it sort of like impacts the skull, and then the sort of eerie green fire, it sort of like is snuffed out and replaced by normal fire, and then it's like, and it drops to the ground.
Sick. That's awesome. Let's just let you take out that second one then.
Cool.
I'd like everybody to roll me a d6, and then I will be back in 1 moment. Hold those. Speak amongst yourselves. I'll give you a discussion topic. The chickpea's neither chicken nor pea. Discuss.
We were rolling a D4.
6.
6.
You said
6.
Speaking of pee, I'll be right back.
Good time for a bio break for everybody. Good time to tell everyone we've passed 11,000.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Dave got a giant donation a little bit ago, like a $270 donation.
Damn.
We just refreshed to 11,428. So we are less than 9,000 to our goal.
Nice.
I'm real excited about that.
Well, and currently I owe James 5. So that number plus $5.
11,433.
Well, and Dave is on hour 20, almost hour 21 of his 24 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Whew. It's amazing.
Oh,
Also, checking in on the main channel, there's a cat, which is cool. And Mitch. I've never seen Mitch before.
mm.
So that's cool. Mitch is always just the voice in chat.
Right.
But Mitch decided they wanted to play. So I was really excited. I was like,
nice.
hey! They're playing in the DC showcase. And Matt is currently stroking his cat that's like hanging over his shoulder.
Nice.
Oh my God.
It's so cute. Just like evil mastermind.
Perfect.
But yeah, holy cow, we 11,400 will be 33. That's amazing. I realize I think I'm technically doing my weapons wrong too. I've been rolling 2d6 and it should be 2d6 per weapon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm way off.
There's a little bit of a difference.
This
Just
character,
about that.
yeah, because been gifted weapons, special weapons. This character's probably a little too overpowered.
Nothing's too overpowered if we take the weapons away.
I just realized I was doing my weapons wrong. I've been rolling 2d6 and it's 2d6 per weapon. So I'm supposed to be doing a minimum of like 14 That's if
I
I,
mean,
roll the absolute
To
lowest.
be fair, this is built for first level adventure.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're
There's not too
fine.
many things that are going to stop you in here because of their ferocity. More just ignoring warning signs or forgetting there's a pit.
Oh, I didn't forget. Nate knew
Just-
it was there.
Just did real bad about it.
I love you for not metagaming, and I love you for giving me the joy of the pit because
It's tradition.
there's nothing finer than falling into the pit during the Thunderlock Bar Crawl.
Yep.
James,
somebody had to do it.
I was telling everyone we are at 11,428, and then Joel is 5.
Amazing.
He
Yeah,
just
Joel.
hit a big jump there.
Good
So
Joel.
I'm going to wait for the full tally at
Yeah.
this weekend.
That
And
feels fair.
I tend to do that too. Of like, either per weekend or per session, and be like, okay, who's getting what where?
the odds of
Saves on the fee.
I have another fun thing to share. My other friend Joel, that I went to architecture school with, just sent me a message and said Furbolg is a legit spelling word on the spelling bee list his daughter has. That's
Nice.
hilarious. And he
Beautiful.
doesn't play D&D, but he listens to the Adventure Zone, and he's like, "That's a D&D thing."
I know what that is.
Amazing. I get that reference. I missed that, but that's very funny too. Okay. So, 6s.
4?
Zeke.
Ooh,
1.
it's like
1, a 4 for Joel.
Yep.
2 for me.
2.
2.
Okay. All right. We are back to Cassandra. Basha, what are you doing?
Well, I've hit everything I could, which is my favorite activity. So
Fair.
I will have to go back to the other room and see where Zeke and Tibbles are at. Because if there was no way out of this room, then it's probably in their room, or was there a third room?
There are 5 openings to the west, to the east, and then directly across from you guys, there is 2 wooden doors and an iron door in the middle.
Ahead seems like the best option, so I want to go inspect the doors.
Okay.
Investigate.
Which one are you starting with?
Let's go for the one in the middle.
All right. Iron door.
Ooh, I rolled
And
a
it is
3. I got a 7.
sure is made of iron. Wow.
She's more tough than she's smart.
That's a I'll tell you what.
She's not dumb, but she's real tough.
That's one iron ass door.
Iron ass door. Okay.
An iron ass door. You can tell that it appears to have more than one deadbolt.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Zeke.
How deep is the pit?
how deep is
It's
your
about
well?
20 feet.
Oh, it's 20 feet. Is it straight up and down? That part I don't remember.
It's pretty straight up and down.
All right. Well, I'm going to start trying to climb out of here. Not trained in athletics, so we'll see how that goes.
Only you knew someone who had potion climbing.
Right. I don't know. He's got it.
Or maybe 50
I
feet
know.
of hempen
Oof.
rope they can toss down.
13.
How badly do you want to roll me another d6?
I mean, I'm
Perfect.
good.
Roll me another d6.
3.
3 bludgeoning damage. Man, you got real high up that wall, but not quite all the way.
Yeah.
Joel. What's
Yes.
Tim up to?
I have 2 more locks to unpick, correct?
You do.
He's
Yeah, you can try to pick both of them.
16 and a 30.
The 16 won't do it, but the 30 does. Inside the Electrum chest, there is a lever.
I kind of peek over the pit and go, "Oi, that is a lever. Do you think I should pull the lever?"
Pull the lever.
Kronk?
Yes.
You pull the lever?
I'm thinking about it. Like I was totally going to, but then he said I should, and I'm a
No.
cat, so now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't. There's still one locked thing remaining, right?
There is a locked thing remaining.
So I think I'm going to work on picking that, and then I'll pull the lever.
That's fair.
Poor
That's very
Zeke.
fair. Okay, Warrior. You're in
Yeah.
a skull room. And the skulls seem to have subsided.
Right, cool.
Basha did some bashing.
Cool. So, okay, now the skulls have calmed down. I'm going to investigate, like I was trying to earlier. Some of the skulls try to eat me, which I didn't enjoy. Let's see.
How do you roll?
It's a natural 20, which makes it a 26.
Near the wall, farthest from the door, is a lever. It's in the upright position, set in the floor, that has been expertly planted to blend in with the wall behind it, but not for your keen adventuring eye.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it.
All right. You pull the lever, and all of a sudden it feels as though the entire floor has rotated around, and you find yourself falling from the ceiling of a beautiful, well-worn inn. In fact, all of you do that. Zeke, you will be falling an extra 20 feet. So I'd like each of you to roll me 1d6, and Zeke, I'd like you to make me, I'd like to give me 3d6.
That's 11 damage.
3.
Ooh.
Okay. As you fall, you recognize this space, Highland. The ground is shaking, and you see yourself trying to shelter patrons in a large archway that leads between the bar and the kitchen. You're in the beacon, and as you recognize where you are and when you are, you all fade away and are replaced with Moon Unit, with Tibbles stays, with Vesmova, and with Phineas Old Man Vinter.
Oh boy. Got the voice ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Where am I?
You see a Highland, but not your Highland, running around, and you are in the middle of an earthquake.
This feels very familiar. Old Man Vinter, what are you doing here?
We're saving the multiverse or something.
Sometimes I forget the like overlaps too, and that makes this like so good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Moon Unit goes in like Moon Unit like crawls under a table.
Crawls under a table, did you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Good thinking. These are sturdy tables.
Phineas, are you also getting under a table?
Oh yeah, right behind him.
Awesome. Vesnova, Tibbles, what are you up to?
I'm assuming there's not a table big enough for me to get underneath.
As a loxodon?
As a loxodon. So, is there a doorway to stand in?
Yeah, you could stand. You could stand in one of the kind of doorways in between the kind of hall and the stairwell that goes up to the extra rooms. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I mean, you would know better.
I will say that considering that this establishment is run by an 8-foot-tall, 400-pound minotaur, that there are at least a couple of amply sized tables.
Oh, score. I'll get under a table then.
ADA, get into it.
Yeah.
Christopher, get over here.
I'm only 7'5", you know, it's fine.
Tibbles?
What seems to be the safest, most resilient thing to be under, regardless of height?
A loxodon that's already
I was
under
going
a
to say
table.
probably either the giant elephant person or the giant minotaur. Not bad. Highland also very safe to be under, but you could definitely scramble underneath the stairs as well. There's a lot of places that you could kind of hustle up.
Hide behind the toilet.
I think under the stairs seems appropriate.
Okay.
Also, Old Man Vinter has a giant badger named Christopher. Because he was in that one Pokemon-y.
He was. Oh God, I forgot about that. Yeah, this is kind of like the most rewarding thing is like all of the little things where it's like, oh no, I actually got that sweet ass weapon.
Yeah.
And I never thought I was going to use it again, but now I am. It's sick.
Yeah, I had totally forgotten this incarnation of Moon Unit is like half bard. This is Moon Unit from the Battle of the Bands, I think.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Okay, so you guys all go. You see this just like continuing to shake just the foundations of this place, and it is it's rather scary. There's not a lot that you see that you can do to stop what is happening right now. There are people kind of outside that are screaming for one another, trying to, kind of ensure that everyone is safe. But this is a rather terrifying moment, it seems, for all people. Oh, who are you?
What
Sorry, I
happened?
just clicked on something that I thought I had set up, and it isn't.
Actually, wait, I do have something for this. Just a second. Yeah, Moon Unit, like once he's under the table, because it's like put the oxygen mask over yourself first, and then child.
Mm-hmm.
You will channel divinity and create the Twilight Sanctuary. So a 30 foot radius around me is filled with dim light. It's a sphere. It lasts for a minute, and any creature in the sphere, including myself, is able to be is given. Well, is given 1d6 plus 4 temporary. Oh no, wait, no, that's not the one. They're not frightened, so no one's frightened. Everyone feels better.
Feel good about this earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
I've been worse.
You see, as things continue to kind of go, you hear barking and the sound of another loxodon from outside, or an elephant, not sure. And you see 3 people run in. Oh, hold on one second. You see 4 people kind of pile through. One dressed in kind of large, bright red professorial robes with a large white scarf and a mortarboard. You see another I don't know what you would call them, wolfkin, a dog dressed in rangers things. You also see a small woman who looks not quite dwarf-like, but not quite gnome-like. She's holding a staff that has a kind of mushroom that looks like it's made out of iron. It looks like it's glowing, like there's fire within it. And finally, you see a woman dressed all in green that has what you can only describe as a tie-dye cloak. And as that woman enters, you hear her say, "Oh man, it's the big one. I knew it. Things are happening all over here. The whole place is coming apart. Kimmy, where are you, Kimmy?" God, doing
Lovely.
that. The worst thing that Colin ever did was make up that freaking character, and then I had the bright idea to reuse it. And I don't know why I had the bright idea to reuse it now, just for the fact that it's one of the funniest Extra Life and everything other characters of all time.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Mm-hmm.
Choose here to enjoy it. Excuse me. Well, none of you would recognize these people, but other Highland does, and encourages them all to come in. And so you're writing this out. The shaking subsides, but as it does, you hear a crack. Possibly the loudest sound that you've ever heard in your lives. And you see the Wolfkin and the Loxodon run out of the space, followed shortly by the other individuals. And Highland is walking around distributing some like small kind of little shooters to try to calm people's nerves, and comes over and asks if you're all right.
I mean, I've been worse, but what's going on?
It became much better as soon as the filthy dog person left.
All of a sudden, the guy with the mortarboard like pops out of nowhere and is like, "Oh yeah, that's racist, man. Don't be seeing that around here."
No, it's just that he's a dog.
That dog right there happens to be Houndo Wolfington, Ranger of the Green, yeah. And he protects this place.
It is wonderful. It just as long as he protects it somewhere else.
Oh man. Oh, yeah. Might have to ask you to leave, yeah. Who are the rest of you? What are you doing here? Seems mighty suspicious. New people coming into the falls right before a big shiggity shake.
Oh, so like we're sort of flitting in and out of reality and time occasionally, and we ended up here. And it was kind of a fall. It was a bummer. Sorry about the earthquake, but that wasn't us. But, no.
This is a universe.
Yeah, we're doing that. The racist cat is right.
One time he's right. But it's the multiverse. There's so many universes. Lots of them.
I would like to say that in the grand scheme of Drakewind Falls, I found a lot of drawings that I saved and shared so that I could keep them for later, and made little notes. And this one just says, hot rival for Genensis. That's what we got. Hot rival for Genensis. So hey, let it never be said that I'm not thinking about the big picture.
So it's not coming from Highland. It's coming from that dude.
Coming from that dude. But you know, the Beacon will always have a little bit of extra because you know, everybody wants that filler up, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Genesis, great. Genesis plus the filler up.
I mean, that's an actual combo.
Yeah, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make it happen. God, this database is so big.
Almost too much D&D.
Almost.
It's yeah, it's frightening how large it got in such a short amount of time, and how many like of the little like Genensis, you know, Genensis question. I have like other ones. All of the ones that I haven't figured out, but that I really like the art or like the idea or the, you know, like the combination of a class and something else. Just have like there's like one that's just cleric, council question mark, librarian.
Cleric.
They all
Yeah.
have a question mark. It's great.
I also started like naming them with something so they'd be in alphabetical order with like the other professors. So there's like, you know, all the normal people. There's, you know, Professor Audrey Valina who we met, and Ardad Yoren, and Babar de Brunhoff, and Jean Lanny, and Professor Geography, and Professor Owl Guy. There were gonna be somebody eventually. Professor Piek Achu. Yeah. This guy, hot rival for Genensis. Check. Anywho. Where were we?
Extra Life Game Days almost hit 8 million.
Holy shit.
Wow, that's huge.
That's huge for what?
Huge.
2:14 in the afternoon on game day.
Yeah.
Especially for election year. Election year is always slower.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Yeah, thank you to everybody who's donated, everybody who's watching. We're up at 11,700. So really getting along. Moved up to 60th in the world in our rankings. Thank you so much for all the great donations. Thank you for all your help in reaching all these bad boys and girls. Non-binary swirls. We're in the Beacon. The crack has happened.
The crack has happened. Dibbles was being racist about dogs, and
This is true.
Macho Man Teacher was being upset about it. I was
Jean
like, I'm
Lane
gonna have to ask him.
not happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not happy.
Then he was like,
preference.
and then he was like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, you know what? Okay. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting lost in my own sauce. Don't mind me. Okay. You guys can all emerge. Highland gives each of you a small kind of shot glass. This is the high octane Genensis that gets broken out for special occasions and or possibly programming. We don't know. Drink up, I guess, and maybe.
Oh wow, this is really good. My compliments to whoever invented this drink.
my favorite. This is like when I like back myself into a corner and I realize that like I have to talk as like 3 different NPCs in the same scene. I would never do your Highland in your presence with you also having another moon unit in the vicinity.
Yeah.
But You all take your shot, and in the bottom of each of your shot glasses, in what is left of the Genensis, you all see the guise of Rocky Rococo staring back at you, and he says, "It's all coming apart. You've got to hold it together for a little while longer."
But how, Rocky Rococo? How do we hold everything together?
What do we do?
You got to hold to each other. Hold like a rock. You got to pray for guidance and stay true. The clues will find themselves. The shards are out there. They have to be assembled. I don't know why I slipped out of Rocky Rococo and into Professor Gene Lanny for a second there.
Perhaps you have never met us. I don't know that clues are going to be a successful mechanism for us.
Joel,
Yes.
roll me a D4. Don't whine, you guys.
Sorry.
I'll try not to.
40 minutes from their dinner.
Oh,
You rolled a 2, Tibbles?
I did.
Warrior, can you roll me a D6?
I can. But will I? Yes.
We do. We stand an indignant king.
3.
Chicken.
Oh.
Chicken appears.
Wait, now or next?
Yeah.
Now? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Chicken, you are looking down into a shot glass, and you've just like looked up, and you are in a completely different place from where you were before. Roll me a history check.
Okay, just a second. $18.
You were previously riding in a herd of boulé along with a tabaxi, a minotaur, and a number of elves right before you came here.
What
And
race
one
is
beautiful
chicken?
horse.
Chicken is a Kenku. It looks like
Okay.
a little crow.
Okay.
What were you saying, Tibbles? Sorry.
And one beautiful horse.
Hey, I didn't say there was any other dwarfs there.
It's gone forever.
I'm not a dwarf. Sorry, I was trying to have my own Tibbles moment there. That was always my favorite thing about Rock is, get real upset.
He's not a dwarf.
Well, is that he got real upset because let's be fair, Rock looks pretty stout.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a really swole halfling, right?
He's a big halfling, yeah.
Yeah.
He's beefy.
He beefy. Chicken. Kenku. Can chicken talk? Or is chicken a mimic? I can't remember.
Chicken is a mimic and can say some words. I used to have the words list. I can't find it. I don't know where it is, but I used to have a list of words that chicken knew.
No worries.
But chicken typically communicates by casting prestidigitation on this little sign that she carries. And so she just prestidigitates what she wants to say onto the sign.
That's so good. I don't think I ever played with chicken.
Probably not. Chicken didn't get a huge amount of play because it was mostly young dragons, and then I think she was briefly she appeared in Down in Outlands, but not as a player character.
Did you play her in one of the maybe Colin did a really weird D&D one morning, and it was you and me and Nathan and somebody.
I played Chicken in one of Zach's games. It was kind of like the Grinch, I think.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you were in that,
Maybe.
but I don't remember. We played it on Roll20, and yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that was forever ago. Oh, Roll20.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't miss the. So yeah, how does Chicken react to her new surroundings?
We'll look around and just prestidigitates WTF onto the sign. Question mark.
Yes, this is correct. The WTF is correct.
Yeah. We're
You
saving
were
Multiversal.
somewhere, now you are here.
You can sort of squints at everyone. Hops back one hop. just
You are saving.
prestidigitates. What are you doing here onto the sign? I feel like there's residual energy.
I love it.
saving the universe.
Same as you.
Oh,
No, oi. Misspelled. Okay, you are not Australian.
Let's go look outside to see what we can see, huh?
Yeah.
As you go outside, you see that this appears to be a kind of settlement in a large mountain range that extends greatly. You see that there's a large kind of piece of that has been sheared off, and there's residual magics that are just kind of floating on the ether. How many people are proficient with Arcana? I would assume maybe two.
Not me.
No Phineas either. Tibbles, you can see that this looks like a extremely powerful concealment spell has been broken. Think when the dome comes down, protective dome in Harry Potter, it's just fizzling away.
It would appear a very strong
Damage. That never fails. I don't know why I'm surprised. But, it's beautiful.
as if some shards were broken.
Yes. Perfect. Absolutely. You have excuse me.
Do we still see Rocky in our cups?
Rocky has disappeared.
Okay.
I assume that you left the cups behind in the bar if you went outside.
Yeah.
Only if Rocky was not in them anymore.
Yeah. Rocky was not in the cups anymore. He kind of faded out.
I think if anyone tried to steal it, Ferdinand would come out and be like, "Hey, I'm really sorry. I know this is a lot for everybody, but I'd appreciate if you could leave the glassware inside the establishment. A lot broke, and so we're trying to make sure we can serve everybody. So just thank you in advance for leaving it on the table when you're done."
See, that's all we need. We just need a little Highland in our lives.
Yeah.
Life is
Ferdinand is glaring from the kitchen.
Little Merdinand.
Ferdinand he's like,
Not to be confused with.
I do miss Murdenan. Murdenan was a mensch.
That magnificent mustache.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cassandra, we're just making a bunch of dumb inside jokes now.
It's good. It's
Murdenan, Murdenan was definitely not Ferdinand with a mustache.
Nope.
Okay.
No,
Ferdinand did not have tattoos. Merdinand has tattoos.
lots of tattoos.
Different
Yeah.
last names.
Can't
Moody
fake that. Yeah.
or Foodie.
Different.
Completely different.
Very different.
Can't be the same person.
Nope.
Nope. All right. Outside, you've seen all of this happening. You see some of those people, both literally and figuratively, barking orders at people and trying to, kind of calm everybody down. This kind of large spell has been displaced. Really, shit has gone wild here. You see up at the top of the falls, it appears as though there are a lot of people setting things up. There appears to be a vessel of some sort that looks to be departing.
Yeah, maybe we should go up there.
Might as well take another ride.
Are you ready? I got you. And then he will pull out his helm of teleportation and use one of the 3 charges to get us up there.
Cool as hell.
Damn.
I need to share something with you guys before we move along.
Only if it's good news.
Well, it's not so much news as it is the Notion page for this. This is all from Colin. This is his description of Deej, his ranger that he was playing. Yeah, she would be living out a hut, drinking her own urine for the purity. Has pulled some of her teeth out as suspected they were mimics spying on her for a secret cabal of wealthy merchant families who are committing genocide upon the world by telekinetically controlling storm giants, which she claims can now shoot concentrated beams of lava from their eyes. And she's learning to play the lute, writing original material to spread the truth. This is when I said to Colin, hey, I know you're not playing in this Drakewind Falls ongoing, but could you tell me what Kimmy Gibbler has been up to, or what Kimmy and Deej have been up to since Extra Life? That's what he wrote back to me. So I have that. I have this meme that he sent me, and then I have Will Sasso doing Jesse Ventura, which is I do Will Sasso doing Jesse Ventura. And there's a word they say, like, how do you do it? And there's a word, and I can never remember what the word is, but I forgot I put the video where he like says the word in here so I can remember what the hell is going on. But that's that was Colin's thoughts about what Deej had been doing since Drakewind Falls. Very Ventura-esque, we'll say. So Phineas, you teleport everybody up to the summit. There you see the same kind of dwarven elf woman. Here, I'll show you. She looked like this. She is kind of getting everybody together onto this ship, and she tells you that she has been communicated with, and that we should be sending all of our best and brightest. And she says that I see the light in each and every one of you. You should all be on this ship.
That's why we're here.
Well, then get cooking, good looking. You've got a multiverse to save.
We are grateful for the ride.
I'm not going to finish that. Anyway, we're get on a ship. You see a number of people kind of making their way up. Deej, and a number of others, and they all have crystals with them, which they put into the, for lack of a better word, kind of dash on the floor of the ship, and you hear this thing begin to hum, and a bubble finds its way around it, and this bubble helps it to float up into the air. And out of nowhere, you see a large green dragon making its way over, and you see it kind of sink its talons into the bubble and starts to pull you away.
Whoa.
Clouds. Chicken, you okay?
Big, real big.
That's fair. I'd like to flip over to another scene here. I would like to have each of you select one of your 5 or 6, and I would like you to be riding together on horseback. And if you could update your names with who you would like to choose, you can choose any of the 6. We will shift to another scene. Mm-hmm. All right. Are we all updated? And Sven, Ferdinand. Are you staying? Are you're shifting to Vesmova?
Vinar.
Oh, it's like taking a couple seconds to update.
Yeah.
It's weird. Remind me of
She'd be a
Vinar,
good one.
because I don't know that I know Vinar.
Vinar is a human paladin.
Okay.
Good paladin. So she's very oath of devotion, if that tells you anything. So she's very out there for helping the people and doing good, and yeah.
Who is her
That's
god?
Oh boy, I don't know if I could tell you that. I'm
Right,
sure I
fair
wrote
enough.
it down somewhere. But she's got, because she's a paladin, she's got some blessings and
Yeah. Christmas, it's
lots
fine.
of lots of protection stuff.
Can everybody just go through, if we haven't seen some of these we haven't seen yet? Sven, I know that if anybody watched Christmas, they would know, but can you share who Sven is?
Oh, he's just a guy out there to help out and do the right thing, along with some baking, and maybe he'll give you a treat.
It sounds like he's a Halloween boy. Ferdinand?
Ever evolving Ferdinand is a paladin in this carnation who can use a little Christmas magic. It's fun. It's nice. It's good. So he's the aforementioned 8-foot tall, 400-pound minotaur.
Can't teach that.
You can't teach that.
And then Rend, if you could remind us.
Rend on horse.
Rend is on a horse.
He's in the 7-foot-ish. He's probably a little bit taller than Ferdinand. He's massive bugbear. His feet and more likely his arms are probably grazing the ground as he rides horseback.
That seems like it checks out.
You know what could be a good concept? Doing something like this, but multi-levels of the same character. So like you're just sort of advancing and retreating at different times.
Mm-hmm.
So like one time you might have a bunch of spells, another time you're barely getting by.
Mm-hmm.
It could be fun.
I think it could be I think it's something that you should run because I'll drop next
feel
year.
like Ben had a game
Maybe.
like that.
Maybe. Did he?
I think so.
Oh,
He also had a
maybe.
concept for one where we would start at 20, level 20,
Mhm.
and we'd have pre-made versions going down, and we'd like lose levels as we went along.
Yeah.
I think that's quite interesting.
I need to run. Warrior got me a role playing one. I need to pull that book out and see if I can run that next year too. For Christmas last year. I can't think of the title all of a sudden though.
It's something princess. Is it Glitter Princess or something like that?
I think so.
Glitter.
Something. I know it's something
It's
princess.
glitter for sure.
I'm gonna look it up.
You. Leave me. Oh, I feel bad. My mom's like, I was watching the feed off and on, but then you disappeared, and I was like, I'm on the other channel.
Send you to the other one. Just add extra. It's fine.
This says the little thing on underneath each of the sessions. I'm sorry. Although that might have been when I switched so that like we had the right StreamYard and people could access it. Okay, you are riding in a huge field on massive horses. Next to you, there are a number of what appear to be dwarves. They are dressed as warrior kings, and they are riding towards what you can see looks like a kind of ogre enclave. You are charging into battle, and I'd like everybody to roll initiative.
Oh my goodness.
Excellent. Glitter Hearts Warrior. Glitter Hearts.
Glitter Hearts, that's what it is.
I need to give it a good read through and see if I can run that.
Sven.
Oh, these are the wrong dice.
14. No, sorry, 13.
Just 1 second. I gotta switch. I forgot that in D&D Beyond they have specific dice for different characters. So I got it. Island is obviously the fuzzy pink dice.
Obviously. I got a 19.
A 19 for lady.
18.
Come on.
Ferdinand.
17.
17. Dwarves go at 9. Ogres go at 4 and 11. So you see that as you charge in, the 3 dwarves at the front of the line all appear to be wielding enchanted axes. And as we kind of plow through the first kind of opening lines of the kind of ogre underlings, you see a 4th with an enchanted axe, a magnificent female dwarvish warrior riding to the front with the same axe. And we will start in with Vinar. You are riding in. You've passed the kind of opening kind of ground troops. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, my wife is out and I'm playing nonstop, and I've completely forgotten to get like liquids for the rest of the day.
You're fine. Gives me a chance because I haven't had a chance to look at my spells real quick.
All right.
Just need 30 more seconds.
No worries.
Okay.
Okay.
I got an idea now.
All right.
So we're on horses, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna ride up to the nearest big guy.
Yep.
And I'm gonna smack him with my great sword.
Like you're like, I gotta look at these spells. Yeah,
well, no. So I have a bonus action spell if I hit. So I just want to be prepared and have an idea.
I gotcha.
Oh, that's not so great though. It's a 13.
13 to hit. Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, sweet. So then as a
Wear and
bonus
hide.
action, I will cast Searing Smite, which does extra fire damage.
Cool. Love that.
6s.
Ren, you're gonna be up next.
14.
While yelling gleefully horsey.
Hold on one second. Let's get the. I gotta get the
Sorry.
damage first.
So 14 slashing and 5 fire damage, and at the start of their turn, they need to make a con saving throw. If they fail, they take more damage.
Okay. All right. Ren.
Screaming horsey.
Yeah.
Wait,
what does that sound like? Just
horsey.
got it.
Because we're just having fun.
Yeah.
Figure
so.
He goes past where Vinar is.
Okay.
To the next free ogre.
Okay.
And then is just gonna vault from the saddle and just wail on this dude.
Well,
that's good.
15 to hit.
Yep.
And 26 to hit.
Yeah, those will both hit.
For 7 and 8. And because I am a grappler,
You grappling them, boys?
I'm going to use that opportunity to grab him.
All right. I'd love to see it. Wrap him up. Next, Ferdinand.
Okay. Ferdinand is riding his steed, and he sorry, there's two. It's a dwarf lady and
4 dwarves.
4 dwarves.
All looking to have identical enchanted axes.
Yeah, Ferdinand will engage an unengaged dwarf then. But the one that's close to where someone else is, because Ferdinand as a paladin does have a couple of auras. So anyone within 10 feet of Ferdinand has +2 on saves and is resistant to cold damage and psychic damage. So, and Ferdinand is too. So, and Ferdinand will, he will, from the magical saddlebag on his steed, he will pull out his maul, which is just a big ass candy cane, and he will, smack him a couple times. So let's do that.
Also, when you're within 10 of me, you also can't be charmed. So we'll just stand next to each other and we'll buff everybody.
It's 225s to hit.
Yeah, those will hit.
Cool. And then with with his bonus action, he'll add a divine smite to the first one. So that first one is it's 11 bludgeoning and 7 radiant.
Okay.
And then I need I need that person to make a, or I guess they can do it at the end. I'll just hit them with both. And then,
Okay.
So the other one is, and the other one is 14 bludgeoning damage. And then I need them to make a Constitution saving throw, which is DC 16.
They got a 14.
Cool. So they are then they're toppled
Oh,
by his ball, which means that they can make, or it means that they are prone.
Okay.
That's it.
that was pretty good. Pretty good.
You know, Ferdinand, gentle giant, terrifying in combat.
Yes. Okay. Next is Sven.
Oh, sorry. Let me scooch by you there. He wants to ride past everyone, try to get out of trouble there, and just kind of look around and see if he can see anything weird or out of the ordinary.
The weirdest thing, honestly, is the fact that these like weapons look exactly the same. Fighting a bunch of ogres that are bloodthirsty and a bunch of other people going in. I mean, you see this is a fairly large army. The ogres don't seem to be enchanted or anything like that. They just seem to be out for blood. But yeah, it seems strange that these four are wielding basically the exact same weapon.
Probably got them all from Galahad.
Probably.
But listen, you catapult a bunch of weapons into a cornfield, and it's going to happen.
We're responsible for what happens next.
Yeah, people are going to pick them up.
They're not mine anymore once they hit the air. International waters.
All right. Wait, Sven, did you go? You're muted.
I mean, that was I'm just trying to figure out what is going on. I guess, and we're going again.
You can make an Arcana check. You could, I mean...
Yeah, let's see what's up with the axes. Arcana. Sounds
There's a guy on fire too, so don't go by him.
always nice and toasty. 18.
You feel like these have the same energy as the crystals that were put into the... Oh no, Sven, you weren't there. No, none of you were there.
Mm-mm.
You feel
You were
magic.
there for any of the early things either.
Nope.
Wow. You feel like these things are special.
So
They are-
very special.
I mean, you have been in other. You haven't just been in kind of purgatory this time. You know, like you all may have been in other places before being brought to this charge. So, let's say that using your keen adventuring skills, you feel like maybe these are anchors for this group.
Okay. So we'll see what happens with that next round.
We shall. The ogre chiefess, it looks like, is moving from the back of the field at a rapid pace, running towards these four brave dwarves. And she's going to use double her movement. So she'll be able to encounter them, or they'll be able to encounter her next space. The dwarves, similarly charging forward, are going to make their way through, cleaving. Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is a question probably best for Cassandra. What does Grundlebutt do? Tell me about Grundlebutt.
Oh man, Grundlebutt is It depends. I mean, are we talking about like ultimate Grundlebutt,
We're
like
talking about ultimate Grundlebutt.
with the chain of returning and
We are
everything?
talking about the one of the most lore-filled pieces of weaponry in all of the known world forever.
Somehow got built and was crazy. So big Grundlebutt is. I have this. I just have to find her. Okay. So big Grundlebutt crits on 1920 with the chain return and can go out 25 feet and come back. Attack bonus is a plus 14 when you attack. And if you hit, it's a D12 plus 8. And there is a 2% chance that it will turn the person or the creature it hit to stone, petrifying them.
All right.
So not huge damage per weapon, but man, hits every time.
You're the lady.
D12 plus 8 is pretty good weapon.
Yeah, I mean, it's still, I mean, well, like, you know, you think of something that's like legendary weapon. The last
Sure.
we played her, she was level 17, so it's the like being able to come back out and back with a chain of returning, and then like it's 2% chance of petrifying, but it's still petrifying. Like, could be huge.
Turning into stone is pretty.
And crit 1920. Crits
Yeah.
at 19 are always good. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nothing
love-
to sneeze at.
love that weapon.
So you see 4 Grundlebutts thrown into the field, and just cleaving through ogres left and right as they the 4 of them converge towards the chiefess.
Do the 4 dwarves look the same?
No.
Oh, okay.
In fact, they all look different. If you were to know the lore, you'd recognize them as Karaga, of Budgie, of Anders, and of Bargrit. And that's all I'll say. Perfect. Ogres, let's go. Who needs to make resistance? Who needs to make is there anybody that needs to?
The one that I hit needs to make a con saving throw.
That's not going to happen. So more fire, I assume.
So yep, another D6, 3
Okay.
more fire damage. They are still on fire. As long as I concentrate, it goes for 1 minute.
Okay. All
Or
right.
until you save.
Hits on Sven, not going to happen. That's a 2. Hits on Ferdinand, that's a 18.
Nope.
Nope. All right. Vnar, nat 20.
I mean,
That hit.
Well,
Does it? I don't know.
It's just my favorite dumb, like.
No, I mean, but at this
I-
level, right? You know, theoretically.
her armor class is 17. So.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I hate when Ben does that. Like when we're playing like a 3rd level character, and he's like,
does a
18?
34 hit? 34 hit.
All right. That's going to be 12 damage slashing.
Okay.
And then rend.
It would have to break the grapple.
It got a 21 for strength to break grapple.
It broke the grapple.
Okay.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Well, it's 18 plus 3. He's a big boy. You know, I mean, when we say rend versus a giant ogre, we're talking about a house fight here. This is what would affectionately be known by one JR as a slobber knocker. And then he's going to try to just attack you and roll 4. I'll be honest with you. When I roll these for good things, my Christmas die, good things happen. When I roll them for bad dudes, not much happens. Not much happens. They got good karma. I appreciate
You
it.
have to be in on the naughty list.
Christmas dice only. Hey, no one in my party's made a saving throw, right? We're good.
I don't think so.
I don't think
There's if you're within 10 feet of me, you get to add my charisma bonus. I want to remember that.
That's if you're like between Ferdinand, you're gonna make your save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gotta hang out between us, and you'll be great. Good duo.
Okie dokie. Here we go. Let's see here. It is Vinar's turn.
Excellent. And I remembered after that time I have 2 attacks. So I'm assuming the guy on fire in front of me is still there.
Yeah.
Didn't fall down. So 2 attacks. I got a math 18 and a 21.
Yeah, those both hit.
And for 14. And I don't think he gets
To hit 14?
damage. 14 damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The one that was on fire is down and out. And
Okay.
still smoldering.
Yeah. Excellent.
All right. Rend.
He's going to go for punch, and grapple. 27 and 22 to hit.
Okay. Those both hit.
And then 12 points of damage. And then strength check to see if he gets he grapples.
All right. Strength check.
21.
Nat 1.
He's grappled.
All right.
Pull his arms off.
And Ren yells, "Horsey!"
Oh God, Ren's back. This might be the first. Yeah.
No, there have been none. I mean, it's the
Very.
disarming will only happen with a $5 donation.
Oh, that's right. You need a $5 donation to disarm.
Yeah,
That's true.
I mean, you can't give it away for free.
That's true.
$5, Christy. You can see it. Oh, bareback. Gotta love supportive friends.
Yeah. I mean, 'cause she could just be like, "Screw that. I'll be
Yeah.
back later."
Yeah. Well, true. We'll see.
All right. Here we go. Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Ferdinand is going to take another couple swipes at this ogre in front of him.
Okay.
I pre-rolled the rolls just so it would go faster. I rolled a 21 and 24 to hit.
Hit.
And that's a total of 23 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. And these guys were toppled, right?
The one was toppled, the one in front of me. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's kill, and then the other you could attack. the other
So
one
with
there.
my bonus action, as a great weapon master action, I can bonus action attack somebody else.
Okay.
So yeah, other closest one is 14 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Oh wow. Okay.
Most of these guys are in a hide armor, so it's not nearly as
Not like crazy. 13 bludgeoning.
All right. Sven.
All right, so Sven thinks some of these guys look a little cold, so he's going to cast Create Bonfire on one of them.
Beautiful.
So I need a dex save.
Well, you know how dexterous ogres are.
That's what I'm
I
playing.
rolled a 3, and I have a -1.
All right, so that is 2d8 damage. Yeah, 6. Not great.
No, not great. As you do this, you see the 4 dwarves and the female.
Sorry, I saw Christy's donation.
Oh,
$10. Guy's got 2 arms.
she's not wrong.
Ooh.
Okie dokie. As you do this, Sven, as you kind of catch the rest of the field of battle in your the corner of your eye, you see the chiefess swing through the kind of forward guard of the four dwarven warriors, and you see them with nothing in between the two of them now, all lash out with their chained battle axes to wrap up the ogress. And Cassandra, why don't you roll me D100
Ooh, I haven't done that in a while.
and tell me high or low.
I'm gonna be optimistic and say hi.
Okay.
And I rolled an 80, flat 80.
Okay.
Holy cow!
Give me another one.
Do you want me to keep going low or
Yep.
high, or okay?
Yep.
We're gonna go high again.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever done this before. I rolled all zeros. Is that 100 or is that?
That's 100.
Holy cow! I rolled 100. I don't know if I've ever done that.
So these four grundlebutts wrap around the ogress, each of her limbs. I'm not going to take this from you, Rand. I'm not going to take this for you, but a little fan service coming through. You see that one of them manages to sink into her flesh, and as it does, like a cancer, it begins to spiral out and looks like her veins are turning to stone as she starts to petrify, and the additional grundle boots wrap around and basically quarter her in front of all assembled.
Gross. Cool.
That's so cool.
Rend, you have some business to attend to.
I saw. Let's fucking go, Christy.
Mhm.
Although I'm actually worried about his ability to do it, because last time it was all like ordinary humans. And now, like, a dude who is matching strength check for strength check. We'll get it done though.
I believe I still have an inspiration, so if it doesn't work, you can have it.
I mean, he hasn't even made me mad yet. So
It's time to get mad now.
Well, you're distracted seeing the ogress or the ogre chiefess being turned into stone. This ogre just sucker punches you right in the face.
Oh no!
me?
Yeah, you.
Did he?
Ogres go before you.
He had to break the
Sucker punch.
grapple first.
Oh, he broke the grapple.
Okay.
I rolled a 19. He's got a plus 4 or plus 3.
Sounds like a
So
great reason
22.
to get
Let's get
mad.
22. You're getting sucker punched.
Okay.
So you feel free to get mad.
I'm not thinking about the horsey anymore. That's for damn sure.
Mhm.
How much damage does he do?
4.
Okay. So I'm still thinking about the horsey like a little bit.
Fair.
All right. Is it back to me or is there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. I am going to punch him back.
Mhm.
17 to hit
Yeah.
for 6 points of damage.
Okay.
I am going to go straight into the grapple.
Okay.
And I'm going to double check to make sure what the numbers are before I do this.
Mhm.
But my second attack is going to be grabbing that arm, feet positioned against his body as much as I can and
Gotcha.
all I'm worth.
All right. Go
Uh,
ham. You've got inspiration from Vinar if you need it.
okay. So,
And to quote Lady Christy, just don't roll like Nate and you'll be golden. Oh, Nate and I. to be fair.
Nate and I.
Oh, I missed the and I part.
Oh.
It's still rude, but
So
I think
She's not wrong.
I think the problem may be that we spoke it into the world to not roll like Nate and Christy.
Mm.
And they didn't quite, but the highest was a 9. But
Oh, and that-
this is opposing strength checks.
was that with the inspiration?
Oh no, that is not with.
You can use my inspiration. I will gift it
Okay.
for this. Yep.
All right. Wait. Oh my God, 2 9. It wants it to be a 9. God
Or-
wants this to be.
Or
a 9.
or it wants you to give James $5.
I'll give James the 5. If it's 2 more 9s, I'm going to be okay.
You're gonna need
23.
more. Say that again.
You have to beat 23.
Hey!
I got a 22.
Oh!
One down.
You hear a sickening pop before bone and sinew are rent asunder, and living up to your namesake, you rend a shoulder completely clean of its socket, blade, body, torso. Merry Christmas, Lady Christie.
You still owe her one more arm. She paid for 2.
I know. One down.
All right. I want everyone to roll me a d4. Unless Lady Christie wants to roll a d4.
I feel
I'm
like
not
she should
gonna
roll a
lie.
D4 if she's got a dice handy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. This would be a delightful time to switch back to Tibbles.
Oh, poor Tibbles.
Somebody
Put that
owes
hand
me
in your
an
bag. Or arm, rather.
Okay. A 4 from Warrior. Nate.
3.
3.
And
One.
1. As we revisit our people, we shall go back to Nate. Is going to number 3. Horton Abernathy.
Excellent.
Somebody heard a who. To Bargret, we are going to number 3. Phi. We have not seen
Ooh.
Phi yet, correct?
No, we have not.
To Warrior with his updated list, we have Highland, and for Joel, we are looking at numero uno. Tingle Bungleberry.
Oh, he is not a disarmer. Okay.
If everybody can go through and introduce their folks, I'm going to let the dogs out, and I will be back, and we will head to the denouement of our known world Kwangle.
Well, I guess now we finally know.
Yeah, he answered the question. All right. As Lady Christie mentioned, Horton is a sweet little owl boy. So he's now riding on a horse, I guess. Maybe he's standing on the little pommel, wondering what he's doing here. He's just an innocent little owl.
What class is he?
He is a wizard.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yes. Order of the Scribes.
Highland, also a Minotaur, significantly smaller. He's actually a little small for a Minotaur. He's like 5'10". Black vibes, kind of like the dude a little bit, but like different, like a little more get up and go, but not a lot. And he's a draconic bloodline sorcerer.
Excellent. Phi is a arcane trickster rogue. Changeling. I don't think there'll be time to change into anything, but super good at deception, acrobatics, and stealth and that kind of stuff. So maybe we could do something fancy.
Sorry, typing.
You're good. James is still gone. We could say things and he'll never know.
And I'm
Unless he watches the
Tingle
replay.
Bungleberry, Gnome Ranger. And I feel like when he popped into this world holding a disassociated arm, his reaction would probably just be like, ah!
Would he run away, or would he still be like grappling this giant ogre?
He's not going to try to be this. I mean, I'm good with a bow and arrow.
It's like, I got backup.
He has a short sword.
Probably a little. Honestly, a whole ogre arm's probably a little heavy.
Yeah. I mean, this ogre arm is probably bigger than I am. His 3 foot tall frame is probably not holding up well.
Right. Who was this guy? I'm so sorry for bumping into you, sir.
It wasn't me. Although, in all seriousness, at the moment, I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
Right? Most of mine are generally different types of fighters because that's just what I do.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit more like easy to work with. I don't even know what I would do if
I skip around a lot. I don't think the advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws is going to help me with this one-armed ogre. That's probably not going to be great.
No.
I mean, he's probably not going to be doing much without an arm and losing a lot of blood, but I guess we'll find out.
True.
You never know.
Oh God, this is all horrible. I'm like, does he have anything to get away quickly? Nope. Okay.
Twinkle Bungleberry, you have been called into service.
I told him that, like, when he popped into the same space,
yeah,
and is now holding an arm, he'd probably just be like, ah!
That's beautiful. That's what we like to see. We like that.
James loves traumatizing the characters. It's fine.
Oh man, I still have the blessing from the moon marmots.
Oh, the moon marmots. There's the moon marmots.
They're with us in spirit. And this control weather spell.
Is he not a boss fight? No? Okay. You find the 4 of yourselves in a large plain. You see next to you, almost as if separated by a thin layer of fabric, other groups of champions that you recognize from being called together all at the beginning of this. And each of you seems to be standing in front of a different evil champion. You may recognize some of them. You may not recognize others. But what I would love for you to do is I would love for you to elect someone to roll a d6, and we'll see who is in front of you.
We each pick one, or one for the whole group?
One person rolls for the group.
Nate.
Oh God. I apologize in advance.
I think that'll be the most interesting.
6.
Hey, 6.
6 is a good number.
Save that for Tales from the Loop, but we need them.
Oh, I rolled so poorly in Tales from the Loop.
Oh,
man.
I didn't realize we were going to be leveling up the same characters we used.
Yeah, you need it.
Oh.
Except for
just,
Nathan.
just for people that are already in, so.
Yeah.
Wow. for people that had already played.
It's basically like a 2-part session, so people who have played are going to level up from where they're at.
Oh, like year to
somewhere-
year? Like
Well,
they're
some
gonna-
were
Yeah.
between 15 and 19, so you could level up a couple of times,
Oh.
and then
We leveled from. Well, we went forward in time.
4 in time, basically. So
Oh.
I was like, oh, I
In the
pulled out.
same session or between last night's
Like
session?
at the very, very end.
Yeah.
Of this session, so we have
If
to
they're ready
level
for
up.
tonight. So I pulled out an older character, and I was like, well, I'm putting that one away because same one.
Yeah, poor Bud. Just has to go work at the convenience store.
Poor Bud. Yeah, I was gonna pull out Gracie
Thought we had a
skateboard. But
chance.
So always next year.
yeah, we'll keep Crystal.
Oh,
All I know is if it doesn't happen in Kwangle, I'm going to have a goose trying to take an arm.
Mm, that could be fun too.
I don't know enough about the Bigfoot game.
You could
Whatever's
easily
happening
lose an
there.
arm in a Bigfoot game.
I mean, usually it's the Bigfoot pulling it off, though.
Yeah, you might be the
That's
one losing the arm, but it would still be an arm gone.
as long as we fulfill the $5 promise.
Yeah, and James, that's what it would look like. Just one thumb up.
Just want them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one's like down the road somewhere.
Nothing. Yeah. Nothing. It looks like this. There's just
Mhm.
nothing attached to it.
It's a raccoon, whatever it takes.
That could be a fun one too.
Nate, I have to say
Mm-hmm.
that rolling 6 in this situation gets you the biggest of the big bads.
Oh, jeez.
In front of you, you see, in similar kind of fashion to the kind of champions, when you saw Thurston, Virginia, Jiminy, Rocky Rococo, Mert, and Themis, you see a terrible creature in front of you. He is gnarled with a long tongue, goatee, a switch-like tail, and long, distended toes with claws on his hands and feet, and large goat horns peering from the top. He has a large basket on his back and manacles that hang from a golden belt around his fuzzy little waist. For anyone familiar, this is Krampus.
Oh, we summoned Krampus.
And Krampus is growing.
Oh boy.
Krampus is growing to be a gargantuan monstrosity. Some would say a titan.
Okay, so he's bigger than large.
If you've ever seen a Tarrasque, picture that big, but
Oh,
Krampus. I think good. I think really good.
No.
Next to you, you see a huge and distorted version of Lady Fandlin, kind of winking in and out in the same guise as Krampus. You see the necromancer from Thinvale, from his tower, flittering and growing. You see a terrible visage of Baron von Hergen-Bergenstein growing and becoming evil. You see villain after villain distended and engorged to grotesque proportions, and beside you, all of the champions that stood together at the beginning, and you hear the voices in your head, particularly those of the mentors most dear to you, Virginia, I don't know who Tinkle Bunkleberry is meant to be in this. I mean,
There's very little canon or lore.
yeah. Well, just think about the best artificer that Tinkle has ever met. Man, that's inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
And let's roll initiative one last
That's
time.
my hero.
Oh, jeez. Well, at least I did it now. I rolled a 1.
Okay. 13.
All right. Nate?
13.
It was a 9.
A 9er. And Tinkle.
Taking a quick look to see if I have anything that will affect this. 14.
All right. And Island. All right. And let's see when our friend is going to go. He's going to go at 20. All right. He is going to attack you. Oh, so these are just wicked. It's going to attack you. Let's see. Highland, you're probably the largest of these four. Yay, Knave. Nar, how big are you?
I'm fine now, and she's like 5'8". She's just
okay.
Regular changeling,
Okay.
Gotcha.
kind of humanish size.
Highland's not much bigger, but probably is the biggest technically. Which
We've
is
got
weird.
a Tinkle, we've got a tiny widow owl, and we've got Fi. You might look like the biggest threat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, sure.
So he is going to try to attack you with his whip. 21 to hit. And
just a second. Let me see if we can do anything about that.
I always forget that like your characters are different levels too.
Yeah, that hits me.
Okay. That is going to do 14 slashing damage.
Wow. Man.
And then 11 fire damage. I need you to success on I need you to succeed on a strength saving throw.
$18.
18. So you're able to fight your way out of the whip without being pulled towards Krampus.
Ow, jerk.
Go.
What are you doing? I'm just here to vibe.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I get to make another attack. We will use our Rutten switch to attack Fi. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Jeez.
So 28 to hit.
I'm going to cast Silvery Barbs.
Oh.
So Krampus has to roll again and use the lower roll.
Mm-hmm.
And Vi, you can have advantage on your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Okay.
15.
No.
All right. And then another whip attack. He's not happy about that. So Fi is going to attack you again. 20 to hit.
Jeez Louise. I'm going to use shield.
Okay. All right. Can you tell me what you want to do, Tinkle?
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Is it okay if I try to do Bardcore Brawler interpretations of magic?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is for the wild and the weird, man. Let's
Okay.
go.
Then we're okay. For a second, I was like, he and Fletcher are both heavy archery, but they have very different. I was like, oh, I know what I can do. Oh shit, he doesn't have that. Okay, I'm going to try and plant an arrow right in Krampus's armpit.
Nice. It's like my favorite meme lately, where it's just like Legolas is like, aim for the neck, the crick of the arm, and Aragorn's like, you mean where all armor is
James.
weak? Yes. Is that an 20?
Uh-huh.
I love it. All right, so it's full damage plus you get to roll. So automatic full plus rolling your damage once.
So that's going to be 14 and 14.
Nice.
And then with my second, this will be good. With my bonus, I'm going to use Ensnaring Strike.
All right.
So I hit it with the arrow.
Yes.
An writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact. Target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends. A larger creature has advantage on the saving throw. If it exceeds, the vines shrivel away. I don't really care about any of that. If he's restrained, it's 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns.
Okay.
I don't even particularly care about that.
What kind of saving throw is it?
Strength.
All right. 16.
That would succeed.
Right.
But while the vines are there,
Yes.
before they shrivel away, I'm going to use my second attack. And this is where I need leeway. To cast Spike Growth on where the vines were.
Cool.
In the hopes that mass of vines will rip apart the arm from the body. As it creates a 20-foot radius centered of sprouts and spikes and thorns and roots and whatnot.
Why don't you roll me a D100? And if you can get... This is a big guy. And this is a big thing. So I'm going to say if you can get above an 85, we'll split it on the first go.
Christy, I am fucking working for your $5.
This is a true story. True dollar.
58.
58. It does not rend the gargantuan beast's arm, but it's a start.
Okay. Could I re-roll it for $5?
Sure.
$86.
Oh.
All right. Pop that baby off. Tell me what happens. Describe what happens to me.
So, arrow goes in here. Little bit of viney armpit hair.
Yeah.
Which then grows and grows like straight out of Sleeping Beauty, Thorn Valley. And kind of grows like the arrow's more on the body side than the arm side. And so just this massive tangle of thorny vine tree stump shit grows out and just pops that baby right off. And now Krampus has like a bunch of weird thorny brambles where an arm would be.
We love to see it.
And Tinkle, seeing it, goes, fuck yeah. Looks like we made it.
Love it. All right. Okay, those are the wrong people. There it is. It was like that says Ferdinand, not Highland. Highland.
Yeah. Island's just like, well, gross.
First gross, okay.
Well, Highland's going to move backwards a little bit. I think he wants to get out of range of that whip. I don't think he likes it. And then he is going to throw a firebolt at Krampus.
Uh-huh.
For 1 second here. Whoop. Where is it?
Sorry, I'm maybe getting us another viewer.
Yeah. Let's see.
So 17.
17 to hit.
Yes.
Yes, that will hit.
Yeah. All right. So that's 15 fire damage.
Okay.
And then let me see real quick. Yeah, that'll do it right now. That'll do it right
Okay. All right. Moving down the list to Horton, and then Fi.
All right, I would like you to fail a dex save as a acid
23.
ball. Oh, all right. Well, you didn't fail.
So that doesn't sound like a fail.
No,
I
you
thought he
didn't
told
listen.
you to fail.
You didn't listen. All right, I got to roll 10d4. Hold on.
Listen, he's much lighter because he's down one arm.
now.
I did not change his stats, just FYI. I just thought that'd be funnier. I'm so cozy right now. I got my little gnome hat on, and I got my house sweater. Oh
Don't get sleepy.
no, I can't get
It's too
sleepy.
early.
It's gotta be a goose next.
Yeah, it's too early.
I mean, listen, the things that I have left on my plate. Be a crazy ass goose from the 4th century. Do dungeon taskers with a bunch of cool folks. Run a crazy Bigfoot thing for Joel and Christy. Be Touch Phillips, one of my favorite couple of hours of the year. And then play Mines of Moria until it's time to go to bed. So
Can't complain.
and then tomorrow I get to play in something, and then I get to talk about shit. So
There you go.
Nothing wrong.
I
with
put
that.
in my
like a good
8
time.
hours of running games today so that I can run tomorrow.
All right. Well, now you got to take half of 28 damage, which is 14 acid damage.
What kind of damage? Acid?
Acid.
Um,
And unfortunately, you saved that saving throw, so you don't take more damage later.
14 ass damage.
oh, you nasty. Okay. Horton, great job. Fi, it's up to you.
Excellent. This is when the only time I love about not going first is I got time to plan things. I'm assuming I can get next to him, right?
Sure.
Right. Speed enough maybe to get next to him.
100%.
Excellent. Okay, because I got
Right next to him.
advantage from Highland. We're still playing with Highland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Got advantage from Highland. I'm an arcane trickster rogue.
Okay.
So as a bonus action, I'm going to cast magic weapon on
Okay.
my rapier.
Okay.
And I am going to hit him. And if I hit him, I do 4d6s and a d8 worth of damage.
Okay.
Okay, that's not terrible. 16
To hit?
to hit.
It is not a hit.
Oh no. I'm going to pay for a reroll.
All right. Sounds good.
This has to work. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
That will do it.
Okay. So this is my sneak attack and my weapon damage.
Gotcha.
$29.
All right.
That's not bad.
No,
It could be better, but it could have been worse.
It
I did
can
roll a 1
always
on
be
one of those.
worse. Krampus is up, and you're standing right next to him.
I am.
Krampus would like to reach down and pick you up. Let's make opposed strength rolls.
Oh boy. Okay, and that 5 AC went away. Oh, my strength is not good. Oh, that's real bad. I got
Defeat at
6.
22.
I got 6.
Close.
That's
So
more-
close.
Reaches
That's
down
more
with his
than
one
25.
available arm.
I can't uncanny dodge that, can I?
I don't think you'll
'Cause
be
it's a-
uncanny dodging that.
Grapple? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He reaches down and grabs you and forces you into his basket where you are blinded and restrained.
Oh no.
And at the beginning of his turn, he can choose to torture you in his basket of torment.
I can't say Fi's a good character, so she might have earned it. It's hard to say.
That is very funny. You can have inspiration. I actually very much enjoy the fact that you're just like, she might be on the naughty list. I guess, it's like,
She could be. She
you're
very
gonna
well
get beat
could
with
be.
those switches. I guess probably should,
It
All
happens.
right, Tinkle. Tinkle Bungleberry. You are muted, Tinkle Bungleberry. You're still muted, Tinkle Bungleberry.
I'm going to use my movement to get further away.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to...
Oh!
I'm just going to attack standard attacks with arrows.
Okay.
And if I... How do called shots work? Does it change the dice roll a lot, or?
I don't really. I mean, if you hit a nat 20 or like a 19, like they work. If it's further away from that and closer to the AC but still above the AC, you get in the neighborhood.
Okay.
I mean, you want to call a shot. I mean, as long as you beat the AC and spend $5, we'll let you call your shot.
Yeah, I'll just take regular shots.
Sure, that sounds great.
23 and a 19.
Both will hit.
Okay. The first one will do 7.
Yep.
The second will do 14. And as a bonus action, I use the second hit to cast Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
So that one arrow becomes a rain of thorny little doodads that do 1d10. Oh no, he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And if he fails, he'll take 10.
17.
He succeeds.
Cool.
So he takes 5 points of damage instead of 10.
Okay. Bloop. Perfect. Highland and then Horton.
Okay. Highland's like, oh man, not in the basket. That's weird. Highland is going to he's going to cast. He's going to move around the side so he can try to make sure he can. Can he see Fi? Like,
No.
Fi can't be seen in the basket.
Cannot be seen in the basket.
How is the basket affixed to Krampus?
It is. He's got. Well, He's got it over one shoulder, and then it's attached to his golden belt.
Island is going to. Yeah, I mean, why not? I guess it's worth a shot. Highland is going to firebolt the basket.
Okay. The basket directly, or one of the connections, or where are you going?
I think he wants to.
Set that bad boy on fire.
He wants to light the basket on fire.
Sick. Awesome.
Um,
Don't know if she deserved that, but
I'm not sure it was that naughty, but
hey,
we'll see.
well,
make me your tech.
feel like it'll make it easier for you to do that. But okay, yeah, sure.
Sure.
Sure. That's cool. Cool, it's fine.
Yeah,
That
it'll work. It'll be great.
is. Sorry. 21.
21, yeah. I'm gonna hit.
And it's 14 fire damage.
Okay. You see that fire spread across, and almost as if it were resistant, begins to peter out. But 14 damage nonetheless.
I don't like you. He says to Krampus.
Horton.
So you said it looked like the basket was resistant to fire?
Well, he shot the basket with fire. I don't think any other part of Krampus has been hit by fire.
Yeah. Well, let's try that. You said leather strap over his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Create bonfire.
Okay.
So technically that's a dex save. I don't know if Krampus needs to save or if the straps.
I rolled a nat 1. So
Sweet.
Woo!
There is now a bonfire as long as I keep concentration. 2d8 fire damage.
Okay.
That's 9.
All right. All right.
We have a $55 donation from Ron that simply says, "Slay the Krampus."
All right.
Gonna have to do it now.
Okay. I will. I will let you take your turn, and then Krampus will take his turn, and then each of you will get a turn to narratively tell me how you're going to do this. And if the 4 of you get 2 successes before 2 failures, we will slay the Krampus. How's that?
Okay. So, not knowing the magic of the basket,
Mm-hmm.
could I cast Rope Trick?
Sure.
Because what Rope Trick does is create an extra dimensional space that I can crawl into.
Okay.
And he can't hurt me.
Okay.
I'll be able to shoot out of it on another turn, but
Okay.
I don't have to roll anything. I just cast it apparently.
All right. As you do your rope trick and pass out, you start to feel the lingering loneliness of a psychic attack coming, but it misses you.
Woo!
That'd have been real bad. Just okay. Krampus is going to make attacks. And what are we gonna do? Let's go with our Rutten switch. Why not? I feel like that's a good attack. We'll go for 1 on everybody. How about a 20 to Horton?
Yeah. Actually, I will shield. So no.
Okay. A 18 to Highland.
Well, Highland's also going to shield.
All right. And a 13. Tinkle Bungleberry.
Thankfully, that is not going to hit.
Okay. Now, what I'd like you all to do is choose one of your moves that relies on a skill and tell me how we're taking this big Krampus down. Tinkle, it's your go first. It can't just be a simple attack. It's got to be reliant on a skill, and then we shall
On
roll.
the skill.
Yeah.
We just hit 12,000.
Whoa.
Thank you so much, Ron. Thank you for the donation.
I'm going to go for stealth.
Okay.
In the form of rushing in to a baseball slide between Krampus's legs,
I love it.
where I will then do the same thing I did to his arm, but to a different body part.
Okay.
So essentially, arrow up the butthole, followed by spike growth stemming from the arrow.
Okay.
What is the magic number to succeed?
17.
How would you like another $5 donation, James?
I would love one.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Bring your total to $20 for the session. I like
Nat
round
20.
numbers.
It's all
What's
tax deductible.
Nat 20 for 27.
Nat 20. All right. Give me that damage.
So the arrow shot does 11.
Okay.
The spike growth.
Yep.
Is going to do, let's see here, around a 20-foot radius centered on a point. Difficult terrain. Yep.
Mhm.
His booty is now difficult terrain. That's canon.
Always has been.
Always
will be.
When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet. So I would say he's just going to keep taking 2d4 damage at the start.
Remember, this game is for the kids. That sounds great. That sounds good. Highland.
Yeah, Highland is going to use deception.
All right.
To move as though he's going to cast Firebolt again, and sort of moves one way to get Krampus's attention, and then he casts Vortex Warp on himself to port himself behind Krampus, and then he will quicken Firebolt to set the butt spikes on fire.
Excellent. Can you give me a deception roll first to see if we succeed?
25.
Yes. Excellent. All right. And then your firebolt?
Okay. 24.
That's a big old hit.
And that's 16 fire damage.
All right. Quite good.
And then Highland will use his movement to get out of the blast radius of the flaming butt.
I think that's good. You're caught in the bag. You're not going to be able to make something. So Horton, we've had 2 successes. And although Lady Christie says, no, not sweet Horton, he's not a boss fight boy, I'd like you to tell me how you coup de grace our Krampus.
So Horton uses Arcana.
Okay.
pulls out of his bag a dragon idol found in Drakewind Maw, says the word Elevar, and there we go. We have a dragon. Dragon's going to basically bite Krampus's head off.
Nice.
Sick. I love
Rolled?
that. Describe how this ends for you.
Well, I rolled a 19 because it got to roll. So that's a 27.
Yeah, because he's a boss fight boy, Lady Christie.
That's right.
Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah.
So the idol, the idol turns from the idol into a, I don't know if it's an ancient dragon, soldier boy.
Oh no.
Dragon rears up,
We're the kids. Kids love
spews
that.
out his
Very
breath,
popular 5 years ago.
and then just takes a big chomp of Krampus's head.
I love that. You do that, and energy erupts from his torso. The dragon itself is incinerated by these otherworldly energies, and you can see in the background that there is just an extreme amount of energy that is pouring out of his body. It seems to be rejuvenating this kind of ghostly fabric between all of these different spaces that you've seen. And in your space, you see this fabric coming back together. As it does, the space itself becomes similar to a completely white box. Think if you've seen the final Harry Potter film when they're in King's Cross, you're in a completely light-filled room, and it's and you all find yourself being brought back to the original room with all of the guardians standing above you. You look around, and some of the other champions are there on their feet, some on their knees, and some laying prone. And you see that some are not yet back. And we'll find out
that was
what happens
hard.
next time in Known World Kwangle.
Yay.
Well,
Ooh.
some of us got some geesey things to be done. Krampus.
Which channel is that going to be on?
The geese, I believe, are going to be on the main channel. Yes, There But For the Geese of God will be streamed on Known World United. Dungeon Taskers on Known World United, and then Oh Dang Bigfoot Stole My Car. Tales from Loop. After that, I suppose I could probably put these up instead of just looking at them. That might be good. Let's put these up. Everybody go around, share real quick as we wrap up what we're looking at here. And I'll put this up back on the screen. Nate.
Yeah, you can find my donation links on most social medias at Cubicle Zombie. Later on tonight, I'll be playing The Zone, story game of magical realism, mutant weirdness, and collaborative self-destruction. So we might all die. We'll see how that goes. And then starting in the morning, Raccoon Sky Pirates. Definitely going to steal some stuff and make some things.
Yeah.
And then my cat, where I'm going to go, eat some kittens. Not eat some kittens. Eat some fishes.
I eat children.
A little sushi. And then after that, there's No Place Like Home. We'll be playing Oz the Weird and Wonderful.
All right. Warrior.
Yeah, so I've got a little bit of a break for the moment. I'm gonna, I don't know, like eat some food or something, go crazy. And then at 7, I'll be on the main channel playing Dungeon Taskers, which I'm super stoked for. I'm pretty pleased with what I came up with in the pre-work, so
Nice.
I'm excited to see what the non-pre-work is.
Mhm.
And then little break after that, and Tales from the Loop at midnight.
Mhm.
And then I think it's like 11 tomorrow. I've got All Out of Bubblegum, and then Oz the Weird and Wonderful, then the Rap Show. So there it is.
Nice.
There it be. There it be.
Yeah, I keep forgetting the rap show. I will be there as well.
I always
Love
say maybe to the rap show because it really depends on how tired and
How
how
tired
fed
you are.
up I am with doing all of this.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Eventually, I hit a point where I'm like, I don't want to talk to anyone anymore.
Cassandra.
You can find my pages on Facebook, or you can go to extra-life.org. Find me under Known World United. This is the biggest break I'm ever going to have when it comes to Extra Life. I have 8 hours off.
Wow.
Whoa.
So
Congratulations.
I'm not a good napper, but I'm going to try to take a nap. I'm going to eat some food, take a shower. Should be great. I'll be back at midnight for Tales from the Loop. Love that game. Tiny break then, and then I'm going to do an escape simulator with Doug at 6. Going to play some Minecraft at 8. Tiny break again, and then I'll be back for Oz the Weird and the Wonderful at 1. And then maybe the wrap-up show. We'll see what happens.
Excellent. Joel.
Okay. I'm going to kick off with thank you, Ron, for the donation and continued support. I know you have been doing that year after year, so thank you very much. Tonight, I go from this to there, but for the Geese of God, where we will be geese trying to steer a reluctant saint towards his destiny through goosish behavior. Followed by Dungeon Taskers, which for anybody who is unaware is going to be a take on the show Taskmaster. We've done some pre-flight, and there will be tasks during that will all be timed. I'm equal parts excited and terrified. And then Bigfoot stole my car. In the morning, Raccoon Sky Pirates and All Out of Bubblegum.
All right. And I'm Beard. You can find me here for the next, I don't know how many hours. 8 down. So that means whatever, 17 to go. We got to jump over. We got to get out of here. Everybody got to get on the stream. All right. Peace. Love you. Bye.
Bye.